Welcome to episode 9 of Legends of Avantris, where we 6 nerds embarrass ourselves for your entertainment. This is a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons campaign, fully homebrew setting, set in the world of Avantris. We've been playing for over 2 years now, and so I guess just the main housekeeping thing is this is the rules that we use is 5th edition, obviously, but we do a combination of rules as written as well as rules as fun and rules as intended and the like. So some things are for fun. So if we get anything wrong, though, let us know in the comments with the page number of the PHB, DMG, Monster Manual, etc., whatever. And so with that, I think we can go around the table and introduce our party. And so we'll start with Rodex Stonehearth, played by Richie here. He is a mountain dwarf fighter looking for secrets about a artifact that he has. We then have Ganji Stormscale, played by Scotes over here. He is a bronze dragonborn cleric, a war cleric of Bahamut. He is looking for ways to help his people's war against the chromatic dragonborn in the war versus the metallic and the chromatic. We then have Sylvie Flickerwicket, played by Nikki here. She is a forest gnome warlock of the Arcpay Patron. Arcpay Patron. Arcpay Patron. That's put that in the books. Arcpay Patron. It's a homebrew. Titania is her patron.
It's a homebrew.
Yeah, and so she is serving the summer court. And then we have Annalyn Mossgrove, played by Kelsey over here. She is a wood elf ranger. She is a hunter ranger, I believe. And her mother was kidnapped by fire giants, so she's trying to figure out ways in order to save her. And then finally, we have Vander's True Strike, played by Andy. And he is a rogue, an assassin rogue, I guess they call it, not in World of Warcraft. And he is a bounty hunter, and he is seeking the head of Orpheus Rhadamanthus, a dangerous tiefling sorcerer, whom the party has been seeking for this, basically most of the campaign, the entire campaign, actually.
We do it for the spaghetti.
And for the spaghetti. He's
all for the spaghetti.
A bounty hunter for the spaghetti.
I think I'd be fine if I never heard that meme.
Yeah, I think we won that one.
This is going to be one of those nights.
Sure not.
I guess, so basically there was an arc before the current arc, a bunch of hags try to fuck everything up with lycanthropy. The party stopped it, came together, best of friends. And then now they are at the port city of Gullhaven, originally here to seek the tiefling sorcerer Orpheus Rhadamanthus. Like I previously mentioned, he's up to some nefarious plots. They have explored, met a lot of people in the city, met up with some people that Avantris knew from his days as a bounty hunter in the city. And I guess we can go and discuss what happened last session, as they say. So last session, you began midway-ish, or into the masquerade ball hosted by by Alphonse LeBlanc. See, I'm getting my character.
Spoilers!
Spoiler alert! No, this is taking thunder the whole time.
He's not a Dracula.
Or he is Orpheus, and Orpheus is Dracula.
Mind
I gotta
blown.
get my music going. I'm a music playing DM.
He's a music kind of guy.
Yeah. He's a bard IRL.
You attended this masquerade ball hosted by Alphonse LeBlanc. You had infiltrated one of the back rooms, escaped, and that was the previous session. You kind of made some rounds. You met up with a few of the silver serpents that you had seen. And then finally, Alphonse LeBlanc, as well as Logna Gilder, 2 of the silver serpents, which are the rulers of Gullhaven, there are 7 of them, made their grand appearance. Something seemed that caught your eye was that there were 2 chromatic dragonborn, which are the enemy of Ganji's people, the metallic dragonborn. And they immediately went to go talk to Alphonse. The party then learned that they were trying to do business with Alphonse, and that after talking to Logna, who seemed to be a companion of maybe a vague sexual sort, they found out that he's really willing to do business with really anybody. He has a lot to offer, and he is willing to take a lot of payment and work with whomever. And so after Meeting him initially, he then made his way onto the dance floor and found Sylvie, and found something about her that was something of her aura that was enchanting. And he invited to have a meal or coffee or some kind of meeting.
As in your blood.
As in your blood. As they say. After kind of arranging that, Rodek also arranged a meeting about with Vito Velocinic, the Grand Artificer, who, in order to look at, he wants to pull out his horn and have Vito look at it.
You know what I'm saying.
Is what Rodek did.
You know what I mean.
There was a lot of innuendo last session.
Yeah,
is the update.
There's a lot of innuendo. Then you guys mingled for the rest of the evening, enjoyed yourselves, and then everyone was brought to the beginning, to the garden, to the front of the estate, to the gardens, where there was the final toast, which was everyone was calling the stampede. Everyone raised a glass to in honor of Alphonse, and everyone drank, and then they transmogrified, polymorphed into the animal of the mask that they were wearing. With some ladybug shenanigans, Ganji kind of explored around, although I guess Lumi had done the same, and saw that all of the windows that had been built into this castle, into this estate, were covered in stone, and actually masonry had blocked off all of the windows and doors on the outside. And then he also managed to eavesdrop on the two Dragonborn Chromatic as they were leaving, and then found out that that Alphonse's whatever they were seeking from Alphonse they got, and they were charting a course for a port town, small fishing village called Gauntsmith. And so that's where they're headed. We don't know really what that means. When they left the estate, they came back to the inn and found a member of the Sea Eagles, a captain of the Sea Eagles, who was waiting for them. The Sea Eagles are the town guard and really the military of this huge port city. They were brought to Blood Anchor, which is the keep, the fortress of the Sea Eagles. They met with Amalia Theramore, who is the captain and owner of the company. And they discussed the severity of the infiltration of the Children of the Sea, which is an evil sea cult that worships the dark evil goddess Umberlee, and is led by the water genasi Diadra Tidehunter, with whom they had a run-in, and then they were trying to do some shenanigans with Vanish's old friend, Seamus Lear. They then made sure that Vito was under protection because they were trying to get to him, and then they kind of filled in everything they know. They were going to kind of be on high alert, and then they all went to bed, and they woke up the next morning, ventured outside into the city, and found the city covered in a very dense layer of fog. And that is where we're beginning the session.
It's the mist, ladies and gentlemen. So we just walked out of the inn, or the inn, and it's what? I guess what time is it?
So it's about mid-morning. It's probably...
Oh, we just finished a long rest?
Yes,
Yeah.
we finished a long rest. So it's mid-morning. You step, just as a reminder, you step outside. The morning sun is visible through the fog, but you've been here a while, like 2 weeks or something, and you've never seen a fog this dense over the city. You've seen kind of light bits of it here and there in the evenings, but something this dense that seems to cover as far as you can see is a little new to you guys. The air smells even more like saltier, almost more like the sea, and the wind seems to be very still. There doesn't seem to be much commotion. You don't hear the same kind of hustle and bustle. Is it because that there's a fog and people aren't going out, or a lot of people in Noble Garden were up partying too late and they're still sleeping, passed out, or hungover? You don't know, but it's a little bit more quiet than normal.
Can we see people like walking around on the streets, like going about their business?
Yeah, you see the occasional person, the occasional wagon heading out towards the gates, leaving Noble Garden.
What are the people in the inn like thinking this is weird? Like, are they visibly...
Make a perception check.
It's just weather, right?
Does it have like an ominous, spooky feel? Do we feel weird in the mist?
It's over 20. I think it's 22.
22. You look around. People seem to be going about their business. This is obviously on the sea. You'd imagine that fog is something that they deal with.
It's a red herring.
You know, on the regular, and so people don't seem to be too concerned by it. You do hear a few comments about like, "Wow, the fog's really thick today." You know, commenting on just how heavy the cover is, but people aren't alarmed by it.
Okay.
Well, this is kind of weird, but I guess nobody's alarmed, so...
Then again, if the sea cult has been operating here for a while, this might not be the first time this happened.
Well, we're also on a coastal town. This weather certainly isn't unusual for this area.
Oh, yeah, you used to live here, so this is... You've seen days like this before?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, just a weird coincidence. Do we have any association with fog and the cult?
I don't think so.
We don't know anything about the cult.
No, I mean, have we seen a fog like this before?
I don't
since
think
you've been
It was like misty in the sea cavern, whether it was them or just because it was a sea cave.
With foam and shit.
Foam and shit. Yeah.
I would chalk it up to the latter. Most likely a sea cave.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember Mikey describing anything. Sorry for that out of character, but I don't remember Mikey describing anything that sounded out of the usual, mist-wise.
Okay.
So I believe our first order of business is waiting for Alphonse to reach out for us.
Right, and I'm also waiting for Vito to reach out as well.
Oh, great.
So we at least have some kind of audience, and I think one thing I wanted to talk about was these...
Your employer?
My employee... Ooh, is he... Wait, is that the...
I'm pretty sure you're fired by now.
Oh, right. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
You might not want to go
One
back
day... I'll check in on that later, but...
We like making enemies in that circus, apparently.
So, I was thinking, at this point, enough of the Silver Serpents know who we are. So, is it worthwhile going about with our disguises, at least me, and possibly Ganji, at this point?
Well, Carlisle and Farnham, it is, because how else am I going to get away with ordering you around all day long?
You do that
Are you
anyway?
proposing to drop the disguises?
Yes, the disguises have never stopped.
Yes.
But it's just so much more effective this way.
So here's the thing. While I'm not completely opposed to dropping disguises, there are people around this city who know me, and I can't say that I'm entirely in good standing with all of them. So while I have no malicious intent to hide my true identity, I am certainly cautious about revealing it openly.
And that's fine, and honestly, I think that for you three nobles, it makes sense. I just think for me personally, to be in the position of a guard, not necessarily having a place to have these discussions, makes it difficult to say, "Hey, Vito, can you take a look at my horn, by the way? Like, I'm a dirty peasant paid to be a guard." You know what I mean?
Totally understand.
Yeah, but then you don't get to talk, and that's better.
Anyway, I think...
I don't mind the idea of a cover that lets us walk around fully armed and armored.
Right.
Agreed. I would just ask that you take caution in telling anyone that you may know me. That's all.
I won't even mention Avantris. You're still Lord Antonius to me.
Sounds good.
Alright. Well, so at this point, do we just take a day to relax?
Well, I wanted to go sell off a bunch of our junk.
Well, it's not a bad idea. We've collected quite a few gems and...
I have a troll tusk.
And a troll... I still have mine, right? My troll tusk? Or do you...
It's in the bag of holding, which I have now.
Is that the one troll tusk?
Yeah.
That's my troll tusk.
Well, it's in
You're
the
not selling my troll tusk.
I have a bag of holding, and it's in there.
Oh, you have the... Oh, I see.
And
I see what
I
you're
don't
doing.
need a troll tusk, though I do have.
I'm gonna... Is it obvious that it's on her person right now?
Yeah, it's like the size of her.
I'll take that.
No, you can have it after I sell the things. I won't sell your troll tusk. But
You
I need
promise?
to do that. Yeah, because I have a troll tusk. I can't
Right.
say that if I sell it.
Fine, that's true.
Basically, I'm good to do with whatever the group wants to do. My main goal is waiting for Seamus to return with potentially information.
Because Seamus left, right?
Yeah. He's
So
dead.
that's what I'm doing. I'm good to
So
hang
dead.
out, do whatever the gang wants to do, but I'm waiting for Seamus to come back with information.
Okay.
I like this.
So, yeah, if we have some time, why don't we relax a little bit? We've gone through a lot in the past few days. Why don't we go sell what we've collected over the past few months and, I don't know, maybe buy some things?
Yeah, let's just sell stuff.
Alright, let's go. Let's go down.
Okay. So you guys are heading to the scales.
Yeah.
So you guys are make your way through Noble Garden towards the main gate that leads into the district. You make your way down the ramped road that goes into the main highway, practically, that goes through the town. You manage to spend some time at the shops, kind of selling off a lot of the junk that you guys don't need. I think we may have.
Yeah, I have it written down.
So we don't need to roleplay
We
all of it.
pre-sold it.
Just for brevity's
Wait,
sake.
for real? You didn't even tell me. The news to old Avantris.
You'll be happy with it. We made 11,775 gold, so
I didn't know there
I
was
think
that
we'll
much
be
gold
alright.
in this city.
we literally had so much junk.
Hey Mike, the music's just a little loud.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, and just while we're pausing, Harold on Facebook says, "Seems like a lively group. I'd totally play with you guys."
We
Harold,
played
we
you,
love to
Harold.
play
Thanks,
with you.
guys. We
Thanks,
love to play
Harold.
with you.
You rock,
Appreciate
man.
Come over.
Yeah.
We
He's
made
got our Christmas
11K.
11,000 gold.
What are we even gonna do with all that?
I
Buy one piece of armor.
was gonna say they're gonna buy another.
Buy
set of
more
armor. My life.
If I wear a second suit of plate armor
I
on
hate you.
top of my first,
I hate you
would
so
that
much.
double my AC?
No, can you hand me the pencil?
Absolutely not.
It actually, it cuts it in half.
What,
Can you
cuts it
be
in?
encumbered by carrying too much?
Yes.
You
And
can.
move half speed or some shit?
Yeah, if we really want to get nuts, I think you'd have to do encumberment, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you have
I
a
have a
lot.
strength of 20.
You have a lot of gold split up between you guys, and so you spend the day selling things. You guys have pawned off. You guys are feeling good about the haul of gold that you've made after basically lugging around all this stuff for over 2 months in game, over 2 years in real life. Finally selling off all of this junk that you've been
Was
getting.
there anything of note that I need to be aware of?
Yeah, why don't you read
So-
off just really quickly, just for the crowd?
So
All the
we,
important
we
stuff.
sold some collars that we got off of Displacer Beasts. We sold. We had one remaining silvered necklace, so we sold that. We sold our adamantine breastplate, some opaque dark gems. I didn't sell any of the fun stuff. Intricately carved boar necklace, intricately carved bone dice, some other shit.
Kind of all the random shit
Yes,
that Mike...
basically, I had an entire page.
All of the gems and treasure items that
Yeah.
may have been looted throughout the game.
Yeah, I don't know
was
about
sold
that.
for gold. Who would have
The
thought?
character may be like, "What the fuck is this?"
We found a guy whose right click was a little anvil, and we vendored all of our
All of the
And we repaired our
all of the
armor.
icons with the gold
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
symbol.
Yeah, vendor all the junk. It's just vendor trash.
I don't know where I put it. But yeah, it's just vendor trash.
So, you guys are you had a big haul of gold, and we can discuss it offline if there's any things we can retcon over into. But you sell off a lot of your stuff. You spend in the morning in the marketplace. It kind of feels good to not really have a strong sense of urgency for once in life and death situation. And at this point, it's approaching about noon. The sun is very high in the sky. At this point, although the fog is very thick and heavy, the sun is coming through pretty heavily and is lighting things up. It's starting to feel good. And then as you're making your way kind of out of the scales and towards the main road, you hear the sound of a bell. And then another bell tower. And then all of the bell towers across the city start ringing in a line. All of a sudden, you
I look at Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I look at Avantris and I say, "Does this happen often?"
I think back and I conference God and I say, God, have I ever seen this before?
You've seen it once before in a time of very high danger and alert.
My face is white, and I look at Rodak and I say, this has only happened one other time. We should get going.
So it's not like a happy celebration, is what you're trying to say.
No, he's saying we should get going.
You start hearing voices shouting. You see all of a sudden a squadron appears of sea eagles heading towards you from the right to the left, rushing towards the dock. And they're all shouting, like, to the dock, go! And they all have their arms, they're all going. The bells are ringing. You start hearing, all of a sudden you start hearing screams. Female screams.
It's still daytime,
male
right?
Scream, it's still daytime.
I look at the group and I say, Orpheus, let's go.
No, it's a Dracula, a daytime Dracula.
Orpheus, let's go.
Let's head to the docks.
Let's start like sprinting towards
We'll have to write the book afterwards on daytime.
Oh, we'd
We're
love
probably going
that.
to Amber Dock, right?
So,
Daytime
Follow the
Dracula by
screams,
Sylvie
or follow
Flickerbill.
me. Follow the screams, I
And
guess.
this is not appropriate at all.
Oh,
Footnotes by Ganji.
Drawing an arrow out while we're moving.
miscellaneous research by
You start making your way. Are you guys going to run or like kind of follow? You see the battalion of sea eagles split off down to one street. All of a sudden, you hear a loud, and you see smoke billowing up from somewhere in Amber Dock. And then you look.
They destroyed Seamus's inn again.
Is there any chance that I would know a shortcut to get there faster?
Make an intelligence check with advantage.
Oh.
I got a 16 as my high roll, but my int isn't very high. It's +2.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So you manage to.
18.
You see the sea eagles go off on more of a traditional route. You remember that there is a little back alleyway to get down to the docks quickly that you used to take when you were first starting out in Goldhaven. We need some good music here. And you lead the party. They manage to keep up with you. You hear screaming, and you hear people. Then all of a sudden, you see people running the other direction, and you see. People kind of splitting off. You're in a back alley. You see the more well-traveled roads. People are running. They're grabbing as much as they can carry. And then
Are these like pedestrians or are these armed people?
These are pedestrians. These are just average town folk. You see fishermen. You see women.
Can
you
we
see
hear
children.
them like saying anything or screaming any words?
And all you can hear, pirates! And they're sprinting in the other direction. Absolutely mortified. And all of a sudden you go to the docks and you get closer to the docks, you hear the sound of clanging metal. It sounds like there's sword fight. You hear the loud the death cries of deep voiced men. As you turn the corner, you see you are getting towards the waterfront of Amber Dock.
Oh, no.
And you hear a loud and then a clang and then a splash into the water. As you turn the corner, you hear a deep cacophonous guttural laugh and cheer from non-human voices. As you look, you see what's happened clearly. These are scaled, reptilian-looking creatures. Long snouts, looking like crocodiles, wielding swords. They're wearing tattered clothes. Some are wearing tattered clothes as if they were stolen off of human corpses. You see some that look to be malshapen, warped. Some are far larger than the others. Some are like of a normal human size. Others are almost magically warped to be huge hulking brutes. They range from colors of green to blue to brown to red to orange, and they all have the look of hunger and bloodlust in their eyes.
Do we see any that might be named Kremlin?
I was literally
I was
just gonna
gonna
ask.
ask.
Come on now. He's an alligator. Big difference.
How many are there?
In your immediate vicinity, as you run and sprint around the docks, everyone's gonna roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Remind Mr. DM, I had an arrow drawn, so if that
Oh,
helps
she
my
did.
case.
She did say that.
Oh, yes.
I heard her.
So Will,
Can you pass me my thing? My geese?
Your
My geese?
DC?
Yeah, it's a 15 plus a freaking.
That's
Just
that's
so that someone can remind me when I forget.
29.
No,
so somebody.
don't do
What?
it.
I'm just saying, somebody grabbed the minis.
Yeah,
They're over
I
there.
got you.
Go scratch the paint.
Yeah,
What's the paint job?
So I want you guys to place your minis where you would be, and then I will work on
I
this.
will be back.
Vange was leading, of course.
I will be near
I'll be
ambulance
right
somewhere
behind
towards the back.
Vange.
Okay. Yeah, we were probably like right behind him with
And make
our
sure
big
you
old
move,
weapons.
Move the camera clean over.
I will.
So we
Hold
can
on.
have
So well, I guess here. I gotta ask you guys.
that. Yeah, so they can see. And then Lumi's literally right on top of me. I'm keeping her on me.
So
These are.
we would have been kind of like grouped together, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been spread out.
But Lumi should be there too.
Yeah. So, is this good?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I
Okay.
love your drawing skills, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at the detail.
Look
on
at
this
the
boat.
dinghy.
I never
The
played.
symmetry
Oh my god.
of the shape.
Can we steal that masterly crafted dinghy to replace
That
the
is
one we
not a
crashed?
seaworthy vessel.
You see,
It's modern art, guys.
spread out.
sorry.
I'm sure your friend won't notice the difference.
You see these crocodilian-looking pirates.
Can you zoom that camera out a touch?
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
zoom
we'll
to
get
the
there.
right.
We'll get
To
here.
the right.
You see, these are
Nice board.
these are about average size humanoid height. These are mostly green. They're all wielding scimitars, and they're coming at you. You also see 4 ones that seem to be a little bit smaller. These 4 are mostly white in color. They are, their hands are shaking. They're coughing up strange colors, and around their waist and in these strange cloaks that they have vials of all of these multicolored liquids.
Well, it sounds like he did move his attack to the day.
I knew it. Wait. So you said these guys are green and human-sized, and they have scimitars,
Scimitars.
And
skimitars.
they're actively regurgitating colorful liquid.
And finally, there are 2 enormous ogre-sized crocodilian creatures. These are not nearly as properly dressed as the others. They are wearing basically rags, and slung over each of their shoulders are huge bags that seem to be filled with shaking around clanging metal balls. And
What?
I know better.
Damn, those things are big.
So hold on. So
Yeah, can you
for
show-
the
show the
viewers
thing,
and
and
for
for any
the elves. So these are the little like scimitar. Come
It's
on.
not focused.
Yeah, I mean, we can see it for the most part.
Yeah, and I think you could also put your hand behind it, because then it will,
Oh yeah.
cause that will focus it.
Oh,
on
there
your
you go.
skin. Yeah.
So that's them.
That's a beauty YouTuber trick, so you're
Oh, I
welcome.
should have known. I'm watching the mini painting videos. You'd think I know this. These are like the alchemist type guys, or what I'm assuming are
The
alchemists.
crummies.
And then this is a black hide wrestler. I mean, it's some kind of.
Oh,
Badass.
That's the big guy.
20 to 25.
I got a 20.
Oh, Mike, was he back here?
yeah, that's where he was.
Okay.
Yeah, so Vantage got a 20?
I knew this day would come.
That you'd have to kill your alter ego?
No! I'm conflicted here. You should be like
15 to 20.
18.
15. So, yeah.
Anyone's 19?
Yep, 19, 18, and then 15.
Yeah, I got
18 is not Lume.
Oh,
so
do I need to roll for Lumi?
if Lumi's gonna be part of this combat, yeah.
She probably will be.
Ganji?
I got an 8.
Does she have
Rhoda.
like?
You got a 15.
15.
So.
Does Lumi have anything to her?
Yeah, she does.
So it'd be her dex,
Her
right?
dex modifier.
Yeah. So she would be. I can count 22.
Oh. A
Oh,
quick
you know,
little
would be
pitsy,
22.
huh?
She probably won't actually attack, but just in case. Just in case.
Would we, or
So Lumi got a 22.
22.
Boink.
would I have seen anything like this before? These kinds of crocodile creatures.
Why would you?
Sylvie, make an intelligence check.
Oh, jeez.
Did we get new cards? Those look really fancy.
Yeah.
I made them.
Made him on the cricket.
Way to go.
Thanks.
Thanks for making this stuff.
You're welcome. Because I love you.
Avantris is misspelled, but
Yeah.
As
I
the
put an
as the
I
viewers
instead
can
of a Y.
That's okay. I'm not offended.
And I've been too lazy to fix it. Yeah, so I don't know anything
What is
at
it?
all. I got a 9.
I'll say that you have seen similar lizard folk before. You've seen lizard folk. These look to be similar related varieties, but yours, if you knew anything about biology, the ones that you met in Whippola Swamp are more alligator-like, and these seem to be a little bit more flat-nosed. A little bit more saltwater crocodile, maybe. Who knows?
roughly.
Roughly.
So, Lumi, you're up. You want to see
Well,
something?
doesn't Kelsey get to do something because of her knocked
Kelsey,
arrow?
you get choose whatever target you want and let that baby fly.
Alright.
I'll give you both attacks too. I'll give you both attacks.
Say
Don't tell her what to do.
No, I'm just ready to make sure.
Giving you both attacks.
Oh, really?
Full attack action.
Yeah.
Buff him
Okay,
up.
I'll give you a full
I'm
turn.
gonna go with the big dude.
Okay.
1? Is that a number 1?
This is one.
Yep.
Okay. I got a 15 and a 21.
For her hits.
Both hit.
Oh wow.
Oh, they're big.
Yeah.
That is a 14 and a 12.
14 and a 12. Okay. Number 1. You fire both arrows. They sink into the enormous, hulking, unarmored body of this crocodilian creature. And while it seems to kind of be startled back a bit, it did take damage. This thing is very intent as they all kind of turn and get these really intimidating, gross crocodile smile, and they all turn to you, and they are out for blood. Lumi.
Yeah, she's gonna fey touch it.
Okay.
So she's gonna go to it.
The same one?
Yeah, same one.
Just right up to it, or
Yeah. I mean, she does. She'll come back.
okay?
She's expendable.
Yeah, but she's not gonna hit it, so 12.
That might.
Does not hit.
Damn.
So, as they all turn and they start rushing at you, the heavy fog is so dense that you can't really see much out onto the sea. You're right kind of by the harbor area, and it is a very good way out into the sea, but you hear the sound of and then you kind of see soar over you this flaming sphere and crash down into the city. As it crashes, you hear loud screams. You can smell the dense, heavy smoke as it starts to assail your nostrils. It's starting to mix with this carnage that's going on. Okay, Monsters 1.
They are going to.
Oh shit.
Those are big guys and monsters too. Goodbye, friends.
Well, there's
They're
Monsters 3
They're
too.
probably monsters 3. Big guys and
Uh,
monsters.
It's all the way on the other side.
Oh yeah, I forgot that there were 3 types. I gotta go change my shirt. It's all darky.
And they're just going to go around here. 1, 2.
Rip dangerous.
I'm just going to put on you guys.
Yeah, you can do it. Do it.
So they all come in. Their swords look almost rusty, but and well worn, as if they were just pillaged off of a ship or scavenged. And they come in swinging. And these are going to be. I'll get it there. So The first one is going to be attacking Amulet. 22 to hit.
Yes.
That's going to be 5 points of slashing damage as one of the swords come in and slices you, and then right after he does that, he pulls a small dagger out of his belt and comes back again.
Music's a little too loud.
Okay.
Says
Sorry about that.
And Arturo says, what is your music score list?
This right here is Welcome to Crocodile Isle from Going on Country 2, metal remix by...
E-Rock?
No, some really good guy. He only has a few 100 followers, so I'll link it later in the comment. Pulls out a dagger, and that is going to sink in through your armor, dealing 1 point of piercing damage. The next one is going to come after Ganji with his sword, and you easily bash his hand away. He's going to come in with his dagger, and you easily bash that away as well. He's not getting through that armor. Oh, we got 2 coming for Avantris.
I love my new plate armor.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
Well, yeah, I'm not mad at it anymore now that we have gold again. So
Right?
I'm
That's
not
the
mad.
thing.
He comes in and he almost dodged out of the way. He comes in with his scimitar and he does manage to slice you, dealing 5 points of slashing damage. He's going to come back around with his dagger, and you manage to easily dodge out of the way. So we got the second guy coming at Avantris. That is, he manages to come and slice you with his scimitar again.
I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay, that's 6 points of damage, so 3 damage to you total. And then you manage to easily dodge out of his dagger strike. So that's both you. One's coming after Rodek, and that is going to manage to, despite his plate armor, manage to get into a crease there, and that is 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh, jeez.
And he's going to come
On
up.
me?
Yeah, on Rodek. He's
So
gonna come up-
I subtract 3.
yeah.
Right?
And he's going to come up with his dagger and get a natural 20.
Fuck.
And he
I'm the new Ganji!
Good
So
God.
6.
but still only doing 5 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And finally, Sylvie. He is going to come in and do a... He gets you with his scimitar, comes in, and you're small. He just easily swings down and doing 4 points of slashing damage. And then... And get a natural 20 with his dagger.
Oh, fuck.
Thank God it's only with the dagger.
Moly.
Doing
Guys, we are in for it today.
5
Yeah.
points of piercing damage. It's been a while since we had some combat, so I figured I'd...
Seriously.
Spice it up.
Roll your natural 20.
I love it. I love it. Who's turn?
Vanders.
So, alright, let's take a look here. What I'm going to do is use my bonus action my cunning action to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to run at the dudes to the far left on the dock.
Here?
Is there more than one guy there?
No, just one guy.
Shoot. I'm gonna run up to the 2 guys in the big crocodile, but I want to be at the first dude there. Yep, one
Let's
square
go.
up. Perfect. I think I can make it there. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6. Yep.
Yep.
And I am going to use my green flame blade. So they haven't made any actions yet, correct?
Correct.
So I
Wait,
get
which ones
advantage
yeah.
on them.
Okay. You, yeah, make
Yeah,
it
I'm
attack.
attacking the ones directly in front of me. Directly
Yeah,
north.
number 1, Mike.
Okay.
So I got a 16.
Hits.
Okay, so must make a successful melee attack. It deals, the green fire deals 1d8 damage, then jumps to another target within 5 feet. So it'll be the little guy next to him.
Okay.
The second target takes fire damage equal to my spellcasting modifier plus 1d8. My spellcasting modifier, I think, is a 2.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's what I'll do. I'll roll my normal attack damage
Okay.
against the dude.
Number 1.
Yeah, which is just going to be my normal damage. Let me double check this. Sorry. Yeah, it's 1 because we leveled up. Okay, so this is my normal attack.
Uh huh.
It's going to be 10, 22, 24, 28 damage
28 damage. Holy shit! To number 1.
to number 1. Then I have to roll 1d8 for fire damage,
Okay.
which is another 6.
Okay.
Then it's another. Then the next guy next to him will take 2 plus 1, so 3.
3. You sprint out of the almost the storm of scimitars and scales, and you rush to the smaller, more deranged-looking crocodile creatures behind. And with one quick jab, your rapier ignites into green flame. As soon as your rapier makes contact, the light goes out of its eyes and it collapses to the ground. And the companion next to him is singed, and he lets out this yelp.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Annie.
No, that'll
Annie.
just be your turn.
Alright. Okay, so I'm going to use my hunter's mark, and is it number 3 that's right next to me that's attacking me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hunter's mark on that jamma, and fire. I'm at disadvantage.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. No. What do I have? 15.
15.
19.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
Hunter.
All right. That is 14 plus 5 is 19 damage.
19 damage. Right after it swings, I think it managed to get you twice, and it starts laughing at you. You pull back an arrow, and it fires straight into the back of his throat. He collapses in front of you. Number 3's dead.
Here you go.
Okay, and then for my second arrow attack, I'm going to shoot at the big guy over here in number 1 again.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. That is 13 plus 7 is 20.
20 damage. Okay. Your other arrow finds purchase in its gut. It kind of lunges forward. It has 3 arrows in it at this point, and it's bleeding this thick red blood, but it seems very driven to kill you guys. Sylvie.
Okay.
Oh, is that
I'm
it?
actually before the end. I'm just going to move 4 spaces to the right.
You got it.
I'm just gonna put hex on number 1, and I'll do. No, big guy. Yeah, that one.
So as you guys are fighting, you hear and it starts to. It sounds like it's getting a little bit louder.
That's not good.
Wait, you
Sounds
hear
like
what?
it's getting
A whistling?
louder.
You sound like a whistling, as if like a flying object might be heading towards you.
Can I use a reaction to look up?
Make a perception check.
Oh, baby. Ganji with the plays here.
I certainly wouldn't look at it.
19.
19. You see a flaming orb of some kind hurtling right
Is
towards
this
you
the
guys.
second one?
This is the well. You've seen a bunch, kind of. You've seen a few
Okay.
arcing over. This one is heading towards you. You can see it's going to hit right around here.
Oh, please hit me. I've been waiting to use my level 7 rogue ability.
Can we see where these are coming from, or they're just like coming out of nowhere?
The fog is so dense, you just see that they're coming from where the direction of the city.
So is it like this area, kind of?
So you could probably say it's generally this area.
Okay.
Okay, Sylvie.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm
Was
looking
considering
at my thing.
moving, and now I think I will move.
Yeah, that might be a pretty good idea.
So, with this thing coming, would I be able to use my reaction to use Misty Escape?
I shout a warning saying incoming.
You have a feeling like you may have 6 seconds to get out of the way.
So I'm asking,
Yeah.
could I use Misty Escape?
Yeah, you
for
could.
this then?
Yeah.
So I'll use my reaction then to Misty
Wait, isn't Misty
Escape.
Escape you take damage? Or no, that's
It's
Misty.
in response to to
damage.
harm. I
So
thought
it's
it
the
was
damage. It's the damage. We covered that.
Okay, well then I guess I will just.
Well, you might as well save it until you take damage then, right? I mean, like, that
But
would
you got yeah. Ganji would know that you wouldn't be in the blast radius, but
Me?
yeah.
Oh, But
I
you
think
said it
it's
was
me
going to
and
hit
Genji.
all around there.
It's like this area.
It's like over here.
Oh, I
It's
thought it
more
was
like
me
over
and
here.
Ganji.
Yeah, right now it's
It's
just
like here.
me and Sahawagan or whatever they are. Probably not
Gotcha.
Sahawagan.
Okay.
Whatever they
I'm
are.
just trying to figure it out. Okay, anyway. That doesn't change anything. I'm going to do Hex
Okay.
on the thing, and he looks like he's chompy strong, so I'm going to make him resistant to strength. Or disadvantage on strength.
Always wisdom.
No one else is fighting
Okay.
him. You guys are
Disadvantage?
going to take out the little mini one. I'm
Disadvantage
doing
on
the
strength.
big guy.
Okay.
Jeez, Rich. Let me do it.
Okay.
So I want to do strength on the big guy, and then I'm
Okay.
just going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
One of them's like 27, and the other one's 17 or 18.
They
18
both
and
hit.
27.
Both hit.
Sorry, I gotta find my dices. I don't know why I can't remember this. So 10, 11, 16, 21, 25.
25 hit damage
25
total?
damages, yeah.
Total.
They're both for fun.
So as it's like is lurching forward, the Eldritch Blast both hit it in the face. You see its scales kind of start to melt off, and it collapses to the ground, dead. And huge metal balls
This one?
smash to the dock and roll out
this
into
guy.
the sea.
I'm sorry.
You were struggling
Not
today, Rich.
paying attention. Come
Vanquish him?
on.
Yeah.
I thought you were going after the little one.
Not a big one.
That's because Richard kept pointing to the little ones.
Your display of courage has filled Vandris with a new, renewed sense of courage, and he's not going to back off. He's going to continue to charge.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to these guys and run on top of me. I'm gonna attack number 6 first.
Thanks.
Ooh,
Nope.
that's no good. 11.
Nope, misses.
I'll
Dodges out of the way.
attack again. That 25.
That hits. Roll damage.
Wow, I'm kind of used to using this. Max damage? Wow, 12, 17 damage.
17 damage. As soon after missing, you come back around and cleave it right in the chest. It goes and collapses down onto the ground beside you.
Oh, I killed him.
Yep.
I will use my bonus action to attack number 5.
Okay.
Not
There,
Don't
there.
worry
Your
about
axe
There, there.
explodes.
There, there.
It
Then
was so close.
the huge hulking brute, of which one you just killed, steps forward and pushes the mutagenic-looking guy and onto the dock. And he looks at Ganji and he chucks a metal ball. He pulls a ball out of his bag, huge, almost like it's like a giant metal ball this big, and chucks it in Ganji's direction.
Uh-oh.
Does it have spikes on it? Is he King DDD?
No spikes on this.
It does now.
Thanks, Andy.
To be fair, King K. Rool shot balls,
Yeah.
not spiked balls, just normal.
So are spiked.
Both. He did both.
See, I was
Oh,
never.
was it
I
really?
can't tell you anything about Donkey Kong.
And
Lord.
this you try to block it, but it's too quick. It hits you, and you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Make a dex saving throw.
Holy smokes!
That's a lot.
Ganji.
Dex saving throw.
4.
4. It's the force is so powerful it knocks you onto your back. You are now prone. And the ball moves with such momentum it bounces off your armor and rolls into Rodic and Sylvie. Both of you make
Oh, jeez.
dex saving throws.
Not good at that. 21.
9.
Rodic dodges out of the way, but Sylvie
Oh.
is not quick enough. She takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Product doing his best Vandris impression.
is not prone though. It just kind of hits you.
It hurts a lot.
And that's his turn. Ganji.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
Then If I move here, would I think that's out of the way of the ball?
I would say so, probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here. I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And I am going to Lightning Breath the big guy.
Okay.
I don't need to hit Avantris, but I kind of want to anyway, so that he can use evasion.
Let her rip, baby.
But no, I can't, because that would put me off the line. So let me just make sure if that's 3 or 4. Yes, 3d6. Great, awesome. That's 7 damage of lightning damage.
Okay.
At a Dex saving throw of
I got a 15.
that saves.
Okay. So half damage?
Half
Number
damage.
2?
Yep.
What was half damage? What was that?
7 lightning damage.
So that would be
3.
Yep.
So you manage to heave yourself up, and you do not provoke an opportunity attack, and you open your mouth in a similar semi-reptilian fashion and zap him with lightning. He managed to get out of the way a little bit, but it does seem to do a bit of damage. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. And Monsters 3. These are these strange-looking white creatures. And
Is he within 15 feet of me?
1, 2, 3, yeah.
So he... Let me look up Spirit Guardians.
Oh, is that where like the big Bahamut thing comes up?
Yeah. So he has to make a Wiz saving throw
Okay.
for 3d8 radiant damage.
20.
That saves, so he takes half.
Which mutagenic is this for?
15 damage.
15 damage number 4. Holy shit.
That's Mikey's go-to DMing phrase. How much damage? Holy shit.
That is. Put that on a shirt. The angelic draconic figure in platinum light erupts out above you and shines its radiant light. The creature cringes as the radiance singes its flesh, doing a considerable damage. That one is quite weak, but now it is his turn. And so the one next to Avantris is going to do a little bit of a laugh and pull out a red file, and he chucks it at you and going to...
Do not like.
Like a nail file?
No,
No,
P-H-I-A.
file.
Like a file.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like,
File.
what?
A vial of red liquid.
He ominously offers you a manicure.
He chucks it, Avantris dodges out of the way, and it hits the ground. You see flame erupt out of it. And then right after he does that, he grabs another potion. This one is a little bit more bubbling. He uncorks it and then drinks the whole thing. And as soon as he swallows, he burps and unleashes a torrent of flame. And make a dex saving throw, Avantris.
I would love to.
Nothing would give him more pleasure.
So I rolled a 13, and do I just add my dexterity modifier to it?
Yep.
Well, and you're proficient.
Wait, so it's plus 8?
Well, it should be. So you should have a little saving
whatever
throws
my-
box.
I'm sorry. It's whatever my dexterity would be, so it's plus 8. So I got a 21.
21. So he breathes the fire. You manage to dodge mostly out of the way, but you still take 8 points of fire damage. And
You mean I take half normal, right?
is that? No, if
That
you
was-
16,
you
I rolled a
succeeded.
16. You succeeded. I rolled a
If
16.
you take
If
no
I
damage.
succeed, I take nothing.
No, if you... Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
his new
Correct.
evasion.
Evasion.
Fuck! Okay.
And
I'm
even
not
if
okay.
he, even if he fails, he still only takes
The
half.
guy like
If
the world
I
registers.
take half. If I succeed, I take
So
nothing.
he takes half or nothing instead of full and half.
What a little bullshit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I love it.
He magically turns into smoke into the fog around him as the
Level
flames
7!
whisper.
Natty 20 pickle bread!
This one's going to come up just in melee range. He doesn't even care. And he
don't
is
care, no.
going to take another similar vial and offer to do your nails. He chucks it at Rodak. And it clashes onto Rodak. You feel fire overcome you. You are going to take... You're going to take 4 points of fire damage, and you are now on fire.
Because why wouldn't I be?
and he is going to chug a similar potion and then breathe fire on you. Make a dex saving throw.
I'm not too great at this, guys.
That's pretty good.
It could be worse.
Oh, and Sylvie makes a dex saving throw.
14.
It's in a line on both of you. Passes.
7.
So I'll take half.
So, 2, 8, 13 points of fire damage to Sylvie, half to Rodak.
Which would be 6.
And then this one is going to climb up on top of this, and
The corpse of the big guy.
the corpse of the big guy, and he's
That's what
going
he
to get
means by
into
this.
to melee range. He climbs up onto the corpse of his fallen comrade, doesn't seem to be that concerned. He chucks a vial at Annulin and just misses. It hits a box. The box lights on fire, and then he chugs a blue potion, and he drinks it, and then opens his mouth, and a burst of icy cold breath erupts. Lumi and Annulin both make a dex saving throw.
17 for Lumi.
Lumi passes. 10, 14.
I forget. Hold on.
That's fine.
I haven't made a saving throw in a while.
7 points of damage to Lumi.
Okay.
8 plus 11, 19.
19, 8 points of damage to you. So you both passed. You both managed to dodge out of the way, but it still singes, or it freezes you guys. You guys are the icy breath of it is painful. So you take a good amount of damage. And now we're to the top of the round. Lumi.
Lumi is going to go invisible and just come join me.
Okay. Okay. She blinks, turns invisible, and goes away. Monsters 1, those are the brigands.
So 4 and 1 have to do the same thing for Spirit Guardians,
Okay.
which is the Wiz saving throw against a 14 DC.
4 passes, 1 is going to fail.
Okay, so nice rolls. 11, 18 damage for the one
Holy shit.
who failed, and half.
To number 2? Or, wait, to number which?
One failed, you said?
Yeah.
4 pass.
So 1 takes 18 damage, and 4 takes 9 damage of radiant.
And 1 takes 9?
1 takes 18, 4 takes 9. And their movement is half.
As he's coming around to kill you, his eyeballs melt as the radiance blasts him and he falls to the ground.
I fucking love this
Which
spell. Number 1.
Yeah.
And 4's movement is halved.
Okay.
Both 4's actually.
Sounds good.
Very nice.
What are the other dead guys? So 5, 2, and 4 are alive. So 6 is dead. Okay. So then the other 3 are just going to make attacks on Rodak, and they're going to be
Good luck to
advantaged.
him.
So we're going to do a scimitar. It's going to fail. Dagger hits. 1 point of piercing damage to Rodak. Next one, miss on the scimitar. Natural 20 on the dagger. Man, these daggers are really finding their mark. 4 points of piercing damage. Third one is going to scimitar. Misses on the scimitar, dagger, and misses on the dagger. I think that's all of them, right?
You're right, Scrubs.
And
Wait, how much damage was the crit dagger?
What? Like
4.
4 points damage. Yeah. Okay,
So after all that, you took 1 damage.
Avantris, you're up.
Very nice.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Yourself.
Kels, mute your mic.
You're good.
So
No,
what I
Kels's
need
mic
to
isn't
do
muted.
Oh.
is sorry.
It's fine.
Everyone's taking actions. I need to get to someone who's engaged. So I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and head one square south. 2, 3 squares. Yep, that direction. 1 more down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 more over. That should be 6.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to attack the darkest looking one, who's a little bit more ominous,
Okay.
and get that guy in the corner there.
Number 2. Yep.
Oh boy. I rolled a natural 1, so that's a 10 total.
Natural one's an automatic fail on attack rolls.
Great, so I stab myself in the eye and I pass my turn.
You stumble a little bit after having such great victory with Green Flame Blade, and you just completely miss him, even though coming
Son
up
of a
high.
gun. Anticlimactic.
Anulin, you're up.
Okay, I am going to transfer my hunter's mark to, I can't see what the number is, but the one that's on top of the big dead guy.
Number 3.
Okay, and I'm going to make an attack on him. 18.
18, that hits. The big guy, Joe? Or no, the
Little guy.
Yep.
Little guy has no damage, right?
Correct.
Ooh, that's shitty. 7, so 9.
9 points of damage. Number 3. The arrow flies. It stabs him in the abdomen, and he lets out a yelp, but he's still coming at you. Is that it?
Okay. Second attack I'll
Okay.
do on him as well.
Okay.
24.
That hits.
And this one will have my Colossus Slayer. Whoop, shit. Lost the dice. Hold on. That is 9, 10, 17. 17.
The next one flies into his head. He splits up some blue frost and dies. And dies. Let's see. You, as soon as this happens, that whirring sound gets louder and louder. Huge flaming orb smashes into this area, and then there's basically a crater right there, and it is ablaze and smoking. Rubble is spewed everywhere, and you smell this combination of just the putrid smoke, but also this strange alchemical, magical, almost like this oil coming from it as well. Okay. Sylvie.
I'm gonna transfer Hex to the other big guy.
Okay.
And I'll do Wisdom for this one.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna try to attack him.
You got it.
I rolled 2 19s.
They both hit. He's taking 3 damage from lightning.
Okay. I don't know where. Oh, there it is.
Very effective lightning.
Min damage.
No, 10 is max.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 0.
10.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was a 2.
So hold on. So that's 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 4 is 20. That's 20 damage.
20 total damage. Okay. After he totally nailed Ganji with the ball, you come around. Both of your Eldritch Blasts hit him. The pink sparkles erupt off of him. He's damaged, but he's still going. Rhoda.
Alright, well, I'd like to... I'll just swing straight at number 5 there. That might hit. 8 plus 6 is 14.
14?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it hit?
Wait, which one?
The 5.
14.
The
The
little guy. 14, that does hit.
Okay, so that I re-roll that. It's a 2. It's a 3, guys. 3, 4, 5. It's 8 damage.
8 damage to number 3. You bring your axe down into his neck. It cleaves down into his chest. He falls down.
Oh, okay, great. And
He's already
then
damaged.
I will turn and I will attack number 2. Or I'll attack this number 2.
Okay.
I rolled a 9. I just rolled that, didn't I?
Yes.
Keep me
did
honest.
just roll
Yeah. 9 plus 8 is a lot. 17. It hits.
that. It is
17?
17.
Okay. That hits.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage.
To number what?
Number 2.
Okay. You bring your axe around. It cleaves into him. He all crumbles up, but he brings himself back up. He's very wounded.
I will make a bonus attack.
Okay.
And I'll just finish him off if I hit him. 17 plus 8. 14 damage.
It cleaves him in half. You just go right to where the wound was again and just cleave all the way through. Both halves of his reptilian body fall to the ground.
I creased it.
Okay. Monsters 2, which is Big Guy Joe.
Wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, hold on. And I'm going to use my movement to walk just right between them.
Oh yeah, good wisdom save.
I got a 3.
Nice. It's okay, I rolled shit. 7 radiant.
Ooh, my.
That's not bad
Better
for like
than
passive
3.
damage. It's pretty good.
The radiance, he doesn't really dodge it, but he's unable to resist it, but it doesn't seem to do that much to him. He is. Let me see if I have anything fun here. He is going to move around this way, right in front of you. His one leg is straddled on the dock, and the other one is on the other side. He's almost precariously over the water, the dinghy's below it, and he pulls another gigantic metal ball out of his bag, and he just chucks it in melee range at you, and it's going to do. It looks like it's going to hit, but you hold up your shield, and it clangs off and splashes in.
Nice block.
The water.
Nice.
And
Good
now it's
save.
Angie's turn.
Kick him in the water.
Okay, let me see. Let me think. I am
This
going.
Angie ignores the rogue.
Hey, if I get a how do you want to do this, that's what's gonna happen. But I gotta
Fair
get
enough.
there first.
Fair enough.
I'll be right back.
He has a crocodile, to be fair, so.
Yeah, just to be tight to watch him go backwards to the boat.
Right though.
It'd be pretty cool.
I want to destroy the boat. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him.
Can you turn the heat on, by
Yeah.
the way, Mike?
Go for it.
My toesies are cold.
13 plus 5 or 6.
That hurts.
17
the
radiant.
temperature?
Something.
Oh jeez.
I'd up
Was
it.
that to hit, sorry?
This is like 18.
Yeah,
that hits.
It's fine.
we know a 14 hit on that guy. So
Yeah.
Nice.
7 plus 3 is 10 damage.
10 damage? Okay. Shinoka. Big guy.
Yeah, big guy.
big him.
With your mace, your hammer?
Yep, my
Okay.
warhammer.
Your warhammer comes around Malleus Maleficarum and smashes into him.
I assume he's not fiend or undead.
He is not.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do it again.
Okay?
3, but I'm gonna use my thing to add 10, so it's 13 plus 5 is another 18,
That hits.
or it's actually plus 6, I
Plus,
think, but
yeah,
still.
keep doing that.
So that it does 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. You swing around again with your warhammer. It bashes into him and for 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of shed off some of his scales, but he seems to be going. He's a little bloody, but he's fine for now. Monsters 3, which is are any immunogenics left? One's left.
But he's
Did you
still
roll for
hurt.
fire damage, by the way?
There are two.
Oh no!
There
What
are
is
two.
that?
Both of them
There
are
are 2.
left.
2.
One is-
Oh, I
Two
didn't
left.
even see that. I didn't even see
Yeah.
that.
4, I think, is still in range of Spirit Guardians.
Oh yeah.
So it's the same.
You
with-
got I got a 20.
Okay.
That yes, it'll be half. What's fire damage? I'm on fire.
One,
Right.
Oh yeah. You take 3 points of fire damage.
I had one good roll with these, and now they're all bad. It's half of 7.
So 3 points of damage on number 4.
Yep.
So the one that just gets blinded by the radiant light, he is not even. He's going to move around his enormous friend and chuck another alchemical fire at you, and that is going to manage to you try to block with your shield. It gets into your armor, dealing 2 points of fire damage, and now you are on fire.
Okay.
And then he is going to let out another breath of flame. Make a dex saving throw.
Okay. To be honest, that was the roll for concentration, which I pass. Dex is going to be 8 plus 9 plus 10 is 10.
10. You fail, so you take 8 points of fire damage.
8 points of
So you're
fire.
on fire and you take 8 points of fire Okay, this one is going to... Could you move around in between Sylvie and Rodek so he can hit both
This one?
banners? Yeah, so move him in between Sylvie and Rodek. There. And then he's going to chuck another thing of fire at Rodek. And he's going to miss.
Classic.
And he is going to unleash another fire breath attack. Both of you make dex saving throws. 10, 9,
Vandra says gladly.
14.
Does Vandris get opportunity on him moving?
Oh, he does.
Nicey.
Somebody's paying attention.
I'm not.
For one.
I'm not.
Remember,
paranoid.
use your reaction.
I'm sorry?
Use your reaction.
Right, I have not used Uncanny Dodge.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that if you want to use it, that if you want to save
Yes,
it.
no, I absolutely would like to cut this guy down before
Okay,
he has
let's
a
do
chance
it.
to step away from me. So I just make a normal attack roll, correct?
Yep.
16.
That hits.
Uh, 25.
25 damage to number 4. To number 2. So he doesn't throw the thing at Rodek. As he tries to shimmy around to optimize his fire breath, you leap forward and stab him right in the heart with your rapier. He collapses to the ground, dead.
See ya.
And now it's to the top of the round. And as you're fighting, you suddenly you start to see shadows up in the sky. And you hear like a rah! And you see almost a swarm, a fleet of giant vultures flying over you. As you look up, you see that that similar looking creatures are riding vultures as they fly off into the city.
In which direction?
Well, into the city, just basically you
Straight
guys
overhead? Like,
yeah,
just
just
like,
straight overhead, straight over you guys flying into the city this way.
Well, that's a
We have to
surprise.
make quick work of these. We have to get back.
I'm on fire. Wait, so would I know how to get off of
You
fire?
can you have to make a
Like
what
spend
you
an
call it?
action
Yeah,
or-
spend
Or
an
jump
action.
in the water.
Sure.
I'm fine.
So it's top of the round now.
Nikki,
Lumi,
you want to
does
sing
Lumi
with
want to do
me?
anything?
No.
Okay,
No,
the last
she's flying above me, but she's still fairly close.
the last one that's alive does not. He sees all his friends dying. He does not seem to be dangerous. He is just going to
To town.
to town. He is compelled to kill here, and so he is going to make an attack with the scimitar. And he's a critical fail. He's going to go with the dagger. Also fail. Totally misses. Now it's Vandris' turn.
I'm going to use my uncanny, or this is my extra action to
Your
disengage
bonus
and
action.
run to the big guy. Cunning action.
It's still a bonus
Yeah,
action.
maybe.
It just lets you do more stuff with your bonus action.
Yes. And I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
I rolled a 19, which gives me a 28.
28 that hits.
Uh, 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 8 is 20, plus I think it's 6. Yep, 26.
26. Because the big guy, how do you want to do this?
Oh boy, how much bigger is he than me?
He's like the size of an ogre. He's huge, probably like twice as
Alright,
high.
I want to run at him, and because I'm so stealthy and quick, I kind of get inside him for close combat, vault off his knee, and decapitate him.
with a rapier. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
duh.
Yeah. No, that's
I'm
what they
moving
did. Yeah.
so quick that it just right through.
Okay. So after killing getting the opportunity attack and killing the brigand, you your rapier still drawn. You look at the big guy. Ganji's been taking him this whole time. You sprint. You leap into the air. Do that thing with his leg that you said.
Can I make a request? Can you vault off my shield instead?
Yes, done. I pulled off the shield and I stab him in the eye.
Vanis calls out to you for the 1-2 skidoo, and Ganji lowers his shield, and as soon as your foot hits it, he heaves you up into the air. You get in the perfect position, and fucking Levi Ackerman and do the spinning attack and slice his head off, and it can't even.
Spoilers!
Oh yeah. Well, sorry, anime only friends. Yeah. You Captain Levi, spin attack, slice his head off. It almost doesn't realize that its head's been cut off, and it makes like one final gurgle. The head slides back into the little dinghy beneath it, and then seconds later, the giant body tumbles, crushing the little dinghy, and then it sinks down to the bottom of the bay.
And then Andy sheathes his rapier and says, "Nothing personal, kid."
Got him!
Got him! And there's still 2 guys you gotta clean up. So, anyway.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to transfer my hunter's mark to the one behind Rodek.
Okay?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Nice.
Oh, sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers.
17.
Hits.
Has he got damage?
He does have damage.
He got some damage.
He got some damage.
Got some damage, I'll tell you what.
12, 19 damage.
Your arrow gets him in the back of the neck, goes straight through his spine, comes out, he collapses right next to Rhoda.
Alright, and then my second attack is going to go to the last guy.
Okay.
16.
60 hits.
That is 7 and 8 is 15.
15. Same thing, but from the front. It severs the spine.
Ranger cleanup.
And Ranger just like after the epic thing, and he was like, "Papa."
She sighs and then
just they go, and then fall to the ground dead.
Oh fuck! I'm on fire.
oh yeah, I quickly
Yeah.
put myself
Make-
out.
yeah.
I stopped, drop, and roll.
You guys are gonna actually make a
Fire safety at its
Hold on,
finest.
Make a dex check though. We'll make a dex check.
16.
I can't wait to fail
You
this.
pass. You put it out.
18 plus 19.
You both pass. So you managed to get.
Woo!
Ba-ba-ba.
Hey, would we take
fire.
any more
Is
ticks before that?
Is that the word of the day? Ba-ba-ba?
Ba-ba.
Are we able to look out through the fog into the ocean to see where any of this is originating from?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Fog, bro.
Frog bro.
Touche.
Frog bro?
Frog, bro.
Son
my
of a
DM
bitch.
name.
I got a 15 and a 20, so I'll take the 15.
Plus.
With the, what was it you said, perception? I still have a lot of that, so 22.
You look out onto the bay, and although the fog is thick, you can see just a faint wisp of shadows that look like they might be in the at least 3 shadows that look like they might be the form of ships.
I turn to the rest of the gang and I shout, there's something out there. There's potentially 3 ships.
So what do we do? I turn around and I look at like the city, and are they like?
I don't think we can get out there. I think we have to make our way back into the city and help defend.
I turn back around and look at the city. Like, what do I see?
So I mean,
Do I still see
obviously there's
vultures?
buildings. You're seeing the occasional vulture fly ahead. You see the occasional flaming sphere smash into the city. You're hearing screaming. You're hearing the roaring of fire, clanging of metal, shouting. It's absolute chaos. As you guys are getting your bearings, you hear a loud clanging metal of footsteps rushing your way, and out around the corner is a sea eagle. He's bloody. He's clutching his arm, and he stops as soon as he sees, and he sees the dead behemoth-looking guy on the ground, and he grabs his arm and he says, "Did you do all this?"
We did. What is this?
The long-jaw crooks. We thought they were harmless. I didn't think they were capable of this.
They've never attacked like this before.
They were paltry pirates. We thought they got a few ships, but we had some ships missing. But we didn't think it was them. We didn't think it was like my whole squad got killed.
They've absolutely had outside help.
How many of your troops have you drawn to defend the docks? Are the guards in Noble Garden and what's the fortress thing called?
Bloodacre.
Are the guards in Noble Garden and Blood Anchor still there?
The order was for all hands on deck to get to the docks.
I think our best chance...
Can the ships make it to the docks? Are they too big to get in? Or do they have to stay in the harbor?
We don't know. Our ships have left Blood Anchor to engage, but they seem to be anchored for now. But
Have
with
any
those...
of the ships not left yet?
What was that?
Have any of your ships not left yet?
I don't know. I was told all hands on deck. All I know is what my commanding officer told me, and he is now headless.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, I hate to say it, but we have a choice. We can help defend the town, but our best chance of catching Orpheus, I suspect, might be to head up to the noble areas in Vito's compound.
I'm with Ganji. I'd be willing to see if any of the naval fleet hasn't left yet, and we could help them engage the ships where the source of the chaos is coming from.
Well, my personal opinion is that we should actually head to the fortress where they're keeping Vito, because if all hands on deck, there's nobody there guarding him. That's probably going to be the first place.
Blood Anchor remains always heavily fortified. If that's your
what we
concern.
asked you. Well, that's what we asked.
But as for Noble Garden, I don't see why we would have any.
I don't know that Orpheus or anyone cares about Vito himself. I think they care about his collection.
Yeah, but
And if they move the attack to the daytime, this might be the diversion they need.
yeah, but the likelihood that he doesn't have something other than guards protecting his stash, like, I find hard to believe.
That's a good point.
Well, whatever we decide to do, I'm for bringing the fight to Orpheus out in the water if we have to. That's my vote. The town is probably beyond saving at this point. As much as I would like to say we rush back into the town and save them, I think that the Sea Eagles probably have everything under control, and we need to bring the fight to Orpheus. Or like we said, go to Noble Garden and see what's going on there.
Do you think he's on the ships?
My guess would be that if Orpheus is behind this, then he's going to be in the thick of it.
Well, so I think Sylvie's point was that if maybe this was a diversion so that Orpheus could go to Vito's collection and steal what he needs to.
So we can swing by there if we need to. I think that if we're going to catch a ship to go out there and bring the fight to him, we need to go through Noble Garden and get to Blood Anchor anyway.
Sylvie, could you get on your broom and go out to the ships and see what's going on out there?
Yeah, if I
Just
want
get
to
a better
die.
idea.
I would not recommend that, especially with flying
It's
vultures.
Sylvie, they'll never see her.
It sounds like something Avantris would do.
Vendors can turn into a bat.
You feeling sneaky?
It's not dark, is it? Is it dark enough?
Only under dim
Oh,
light.
oh yeah.
Oh,
only
yeah,
in
it has to be.
darkness, yeah.
I turn to the Sea Eagle and I say, do we know like the title of Amalia?
She was High Lord.
High Lord. High Lord Proudmore. Where is she?
I believe she's commanding the troops from Blood Anchor.
So maybe our best bet is to get to Noble Garden. We'll make sure that nothing funny is going on with the Egg of Eternity, and go to Blood Anchor and try to assist in any way we can.
I concur.
I'm okay with that.
Let's go.
Okay.
So we're gonna run back and try to kill any crocodiles we see on the way.
So
Never mind. Keep going. Too late.
you and then
It's
the
not too late.
gentleman looks at you and he says like, it's my duty to go look for survivors. I'm going to see what I can do. And so he bolts in the other direction. And you guys make your way running through the streets of Amerdock. You see slain corpses of civilians. You you hear the loud chattering of what seem to be these crocodile lizard folk. As they're pillaging, you hear kind of splashing as you see some of them taking loot back out to sea, like a whole sack of fine silverware, jumping into the water. And you run your way through the town, and then as you round an alley, you see another group of these lizard folk. As they're trying to ram down a door, you hear screaming inside. And everyone roll for initiative.
Jeez Louise.
Fucking kill him.
22.
1.
Let
Ladies
him
and
do the
gentlemen,
thing.
I got 1.
This is gonna be hard.
What can I do? I can help. We're just gonna boink, boink, boink.
So you guys have run down these stairs in this alley in that shortcut that Avantris knows, and you're coming out to one of the more major streets, and you see, if I can get my little note card and see what you see.
Right. It's been a while since we've...
You see, so what you see before you are 4 of those similar scimitar-wielding crocodiles, and one is not a huge brute. He seems to be in a tattered captain's coat and hat. Probably pillaged from a dead person. It seems to be standing taller, and there seems to be heavy patchwork plate armor beneath his clothes, and he is holding a huge sword, and they're trying to break down the door. You see some of these creatures have bags of loot. Some of them have you see one has a small child in its clutches. It's screaming and it's crying, and then one of them is holding a big handful of chains, and the chains veer off 6 times, and they're around collars that are attached to these strange blue crocodile-looking creatures, like animal crocodile-looking creatures. And we will have initiative. But hold on, let me place.
You should probably place us.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get some flippy flips?
You got 32, Avantris?
Reverse it.
23? Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna slide this down.
Okay.
So I can hit easier.
Careful.
So you see him here, and they're trying to get in here. And then this one to the back has 6 crocodiles. Smaller looking crocodiles than you've seen, but they are... Oops, spoilers.
Only our viewers saw it.
Thanks, viewers. And then he is shouting, and then one turns, and it says the taller one turns, and he pulls out his sword and points at you and says, "Okay, if you can't knock down a door, prove your weapon cuties."
Love it.
So where would we just be running same distance, same order? Vantage would probably lead the way.
Yeah,
Which one has the kid?
Number 4. So can you point at number 4, Rich?
So not the captain.
Correct.
Not
Oh,
not
this
the
one.
alligator, yeah, that
The one in the back.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get... Okay, all my cards here. Okay. So, everyone's rolling for initiative now. Sorry, let me roll initiative for my guys.
So we are in Amberdock?
Yes.
Still? Okay.
Yes. Yikes. 22. Crocodiles. 6.
I got a 23. I'll be right back. I just have to...
23 for Avantris. 20 to 25.
21.
21, okay. Annulin. 15 to 20.
I got a 22. Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot.
Avantris got what? A 22?
23. So
23.
it's 23, 22, 21.
So it should be Vandris, Rodek, Annulan.
Monsters, Annulan.
Rodek before Annulan.
Yeah, Rodek, Annulan.
Vandris before Rodek.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
15, 20? Anyone?
No.
10, 15?
12.
Okay. Sylvie? Monsters 2. Ganji, what'd you get, buddy?
2.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
2.
I guess I
I was hoping to do something to save the kid, but apparently not.
Oh, we'll wait for Vanish to get. Okay, so yeah, Vanish is the first round.
Yeah.
So as kind of as you were turning around the corner, I'll give you a little bit of flavor here. As you were turning the corner, you hear like, "Oh, can we please just have a little nibble?" And then you hear the voice say, "No, she said she wants them alive. Something about that goddess or something." Diadra.
So you just want to...
Why don't we'll skip Vanish and Road. Oh, okay. Nope, Vanish is back.
Sorry.
Vandris,
sorry.
you're up. You're first.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, as the reckless rogue that I am, I'm going to use my extra action to dash.
Okay.
And I'm going to move up 1 square, and then to the right 1 square, and then up a bunch of squares, taking 1 attack of opportunity. And I'm going to dash at the captain.
Get him!
Okay.
So I do take an attack of opportunity.
You can
From
do
a crocodile.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, because you can go as far as here if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, one more.
Croc
Hold on.
number 6 is attack of opportunity.
Hold on. It is going to, as you're running by it, it's going to reach out and snap in its jaws, and it is going to hit you, dealing.
Wait, I'm gonna I'm gonna uncanny dodge it.
Okay. Doing 5 points of piercing damage, but as you try to break free, its jaws have you firmly,
Oh no!
and you are now grappled.
So is 5 the half, or is that before the half?
5 is before the half.
So 2.
Okay.
You can still attack it though, right?
There he goes.
You can still attack it if you'd like.
All right. Well, then with my dashing thwarted, I'm going to unleash hell on this poor bastard that grabbed me.
Okay. Grappled is...
I rolled a total of a 20.
That hits.
You're just tap.
Yeah. Speed 0.
29.
After it bites you, you bring your rapier down, stab it in the head, it lets out a and then collapses, and you have your movement again.
That'll teach you, you bastard.
I would just like to point out real quick on Twitch, Lord of Fanciness said that you got croc blocked.
That's on a bumper sticker. That's on a t-shirt. Vash is being croc blocked.
So I can continue to use the rest of my movement then?
Correct.
Sure can.
So I'm still gonna bum rush the captain.
Wait, you don't get it back after being grappled, do you?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
The
but it
speed
sounded
becomes
like
0.
I
You're
did.
right. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
you're
right.
right.
You're right. Sorry.
So I'm good. I'm done.
You're done. You're done.
Okay. All right.
Great thought. That was yeah.
Viewers, correct us if that's not right.
Yeah.
Oh, me. All right. Well, I would like
Oh, yeah,
to.
sorry.
Ooh.
I would like to rage.
I would like to rage.
I'm a dwarf. I'm so slow. 1.5, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna get right up in there. And I would like to right now. I'd like to swing in at number 2. Possibly 7 plus 8 is what?
15.
15. Oh, does that hit?
15? Oh, sorry. So which one are you eating? Sorry.
2.
The crocodile?
Yeah, little baby crocodile.
15, that does hit. Yep.
Okay, 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. To number what?
2.
To 10 damage. You go and bring your axe and kind of shaves out some of the scale. It is wounded, but it's still alive.
Okay, I rolled a 2 plus 8 is 10.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yeah. No, it does not hit.
Okay, I am done. Monsters
Okay.
1.
Monsters 1. So, with that, all of the crocodiles fan out and go to make their attack at the order. The one on the right lets go of the chains and laughs as they eagerly swarm. You can tell.
Oh, this guy had them all on chains?
That guy had them all on chains, and you
Or
can,
one of them did.
Yeah,
That's
one of
fine.
them. Yeah, one
I
back
think
there.
the one with the hat.
Or no, he did not. It was one of the lackeys did, and then
Oh,
he's
I
laughing.
thought it
We haven't fed them in weeks. And then they go in and start attacking you.
You've already killed one.
So are these more like actual gators, like not humanoid?
So these are
standing up
crocodiles. And these
gators?
are basically like actual crocodile monsters, and they're like a little bit smaller than your standard crocodile. That's why they're like a medium-sized monster. If you had to ascribe some kind of game to it in this world, it'd be a medium.
I always rank my monsters.
Yeah, exactly. And so the first one Avantris is gonna snap, but he managed to dodge out of the way after getting croc blocked once, and the second one is gonna he's getting croc blocked. That's a new meme.
I'm making a T-shirt for next week.
The one is gonna try to attempt to bite Rodek and fail. The second one is going to fail again. These dice are great. That one is going to hold on. That one is going to wait. What's your AC?
18 now.
Okay, so it does manage to bite you. You are now grappled, and you take 9 points of piercing damage, and you are now grappled in its jaws. And those are all the crocodiles, right? Yeah.
Annie!
Okay, are we still within the hour of our first?
Yes.
just-
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'd say, I mean, you guys were probably running through the city. Remember, this is a huge fucking city.
Oh, true.
But I thought we were
So
still in the
how much time has
Amazon.
passed
So
since...
I would say you're within the
Yeah.
hour, but it's
Yeah.
probably approaching towards the end.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to transfer my hunter's mark to the guy in the front. I think that's a 2,
Okay.
6, something. I can't tell. Right.
Oh,
Make an
uh,
attack.
2.
Yeah, 2. Okay. That's a 28 to hit.
I think that hits. I think it may just hit.
And does that one have damage?
Is it a croc or is it a?
It's a croc.
It's
Okay.
a croc.
To number 2, it does not have damage. Oh, it does have damage. Yeah, it has damage. Sorry.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my Colossus Slayer on that one for this round.
Okay.
That's 8, 10, 17.
17 points of damage, and your arrow sinks into its side. It probably pierces his heart as it slumps forward. Can you flip that token over?
Aw.
Number 2.
Poor
Bye-bye.
Gator. Poor Gatorman.
Poor Gatorman. Alright, and
I'll
I'll
work
make
on
my
it.
second
I'll work
attack on 5, possibly? Who see that?
5? Yeah,
You
no
got
damage
it.
on number 5, but yeah.
My eyes are so good. 25 to hit.
25 to hit. Okay. That does hit. That does hit, I believe. It does.
Frankly, it hits.
That is 4 and 7 is 11.
11 points of damage to number 5. Your arrow, after killing its friend, it zaps in. It hits it, but he is out for flesh.
I'm also going to move forward into that other alleyway. I'm pointing like you can see what I'm pointing at.
The alley.
Yeah.
No.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to move up in there. Perfecto.
Is that good? Or back? Or further back?
Oh, no, the first square was good. Like right at the entryway.
I got you, fam.
Perfect.
5 million years in MS Paint. 5 million years in MS Paint for that quality of art, ladies and gentlemen.
For wait, what?
For the,
Hey, yo.
the quality of art.
Oh.
I'm an artist. What can I say? Selve.
I'm going to transfer my hex to the pointy one, number 1, the one with the hat.
Oh, the old captain?
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to double Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
So it'd be an 18 or a 23.
18 misses, 23 hits.
18
Whoa.
misses? Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Wow.
It hits his chest, and you see some of the cloth that he's been wearing burn away, but you see the metal plate beneath it.
Okay,
And
17
that was the
damage.
captain?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
the bosun.
17 damage for the Eldritch
okay.
Blast that hit, and
yep.
it's Wisdom, by the way.
Okay,
It's
Wiz.
disadvantage.
You got it. So you channel the power of the Fae onto him, so he feels less wise. After taking, and then the second one, it does not hit his plate. It gets in a crack in his armor, and he lets out a bit of an annoyed roar. And monsters 2. Okay, so with that, hold on. He stands in place, and he looks around, and he sees what's happening as you're killing this croc, and he says, "What are you not doing? Kill them!" And then the gators snap into action as if they've been commanded to attack.
Almost as if.
Almost as if. And he's going to slide in here, he's going to slide in here, and he's going to slide in here. And they're going to make, I believe they just make a single melee attack for this. Yeah. So we're going to do 2 scimitar attacks on 2 on Avantris, and that's going to be a 17 and an 18.
Both hit.
Okay.
I think I already uncanny dodged this
You did.
round. Incoming damage.
12 points of slashing damage.
Total, or
Total.
was that just one?
Total.
Oh, stop that.
That was 2 swords. They both hit you. 2 are going to then attack. Oh, 3 are going to attack Rhoda because one was next to him anyway. Oh, wow. And they all miss horribly. And I believe that is the bosun's turn. Okay. Now it is the Gators' turn. The brigands again, and now they have their weapons, they have their daggers, they're ready to go in. We have 2 on Avantris. We're going to do the scimitar first. That is going to hit again. That does 8 points of slashing damage. He's going to come up with his dagger and miss. The second one's going to swing in with its scimitar. You manage to dodge out of the way. He's going to come up with his dagger, and that is going to hit. Gets you in the abdomen a little bit, slices you for 2 points of piercing damage.
Lordy B.
And then we have Rodak. I'm just going to do 3 scimitars and 3 daggers.
Sure.
You said you have
18 AC.
18 AC. All 3 hit. The scimitars. That's going to be 10.
Nice knowing ya.
10, 11, 20 points of slashing damage.
I subtract that by 9, right?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
3 for each.
So 11.
And then
so...
dagger attacks. 2 of them hit. And that is going to be my little d4s. And that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
While you're calculating damage, just a little funny thing. There's a guy on Twitch who's watching us now whose name is True Strike Your Face.
Yeah!
I told him I liked his name and that it was a good place to aim.
Worst cantrip in the game, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that.
It's bad.
But-
I literally don't think I've ever used it this entire campaign.
You swapped it for Green Flame Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, best
You don't have
last
it
name in
anymore.
the game.
Yeah, best last name. Not a great
Worst
true.
name.
cantrip.
Okay, I believe that is all of monsters. It's finally Gandy's turn.
Finally. Okay, who has the little kid?
This guy. Oh, where'd he go?
The guy
The one is
underneath?
attacking Vandris, number 1.
Number 1 did. Yeah.
Number 1 has the little kid.
Okay.
You hear the kid is squirming and crying and
I am going
trying to get away.
to 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be in range of him. I am going to cast Sanctuary on the little kid.
Okay.
Aw.
So that they need a whiz save to attack him.
Oh wow.
14,
What's the save? Okay.
if they want to. And then, unfortunately, there's no concentration on that. And then I'm going to use my action, since that's a bonus action, to we've hurt number 1 a little bit. Does he seem like he's dragging it all?
The big guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
The big guy, he's not dragging.
Okay,
He's a bad dude.
I am going to... Fuck it, I'm going to attack him anyway. He is going to have a dex save against Sacred Flame.
I fail.
Yay! Let me just make sure how many die it is.
On the brigand one?
No,
Oh.
big
Big
guy.
guy.
Oh, big guy. Okay. He fails still. Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, I think he still fails. Let me check. What's the DC on that?
14.
Oh, they're the same dex. Yep. So they both fail.
Alright, great. Fuck! 4 damage. 4 radiant.
You say that soft prayer to Bahamut, and the platinum flame, he just kind of looks up at it as it bathes over him, and it starts to singe him a little bit, but he does not seem that phased.
I can't roll d8s to save my life.
Vandris.
Alright, so... Oh god, acting as Avantris True Strike and not the metagaming son of a bitch that I truly am, I am going to use my cunning action to disengage and charge the captain.
Okay.
Where do you want to be? Here?
Behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. He's already taken an action, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Oh, wait, no, it's the top of the round, so no, he
Bullshit.
hasn't.
But Vandris True Strike knows his target.
Yeah.
That would be a 27.
27?
To hit?
Yeah, for pitiful damage. You guys ready for this shit?
That's it.
It's like what? 1d8?
13.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's not bad.
So you
Could be
That's
worse.
garbage. That's like a third of what I usually do.
That's garbo.
you disengage and you agilely dodge through all the crocodiles snapping at you, the brigands snapping at you, and you get to their bosun, who does not seem afraid, and you stick your rapier in, and it clinks on his armor a little bit, so the force isn't as much as you would like, but it does make a bit of a wound.
We do it for the RP here, folks.
You
That's
do
what
it.
we do.
Always in character. Always.
Story first, rules second.
Meh. Yeah, the scroll.
Yeah, the scroll. The scroll of truth.
Me?
Yeah.
I am next. Okay, I want to. The one biting onto me. Which one's that? 5 or 4? Do you remember? Just pick one. I'm gonna attack that one first.
5.
5. 23.
That hits.
10 damage.
Well, thank you, killed it, and you did. So you hack its head off, and its
Ew.
jaw loosens. It actually stays clamped pretty tight, and you just kind of have to shake your leg a little bit, and the muscle loosens as it finally realizes it's dead and falls off of you.
And then it was the guys that hit me, right? These two guys here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna attack number 4.
Okay.
Ah.
Maybe
12.
to hit. That does not hit.
Okay. I'm gonna use a bonus action because I killed something and attack him again.
Okay.
20.
Minutes.
Yeah.
As soon as you say 20, I'm like, that hits.
No one has as high of an AC as I do.
8 damage
21 AC.
8 damage to number what?
to number 4.
4.
Bosun number 4.
What was it?
Bosun number 4.
So no, that's the brigand. We'll say brigand. Bosun's the big guy.
Oh,
and then
oh,
the
duh,
crocodile.
bosun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
brigand.
these guys, because they're basically all just crocodiles, I'm going to just tell you what I'm calling
Okay.
them, and then
Well, Bosun, like, he leads the crew, right? So
Yeah.
that makes sense. So, yeah, Brigand. Sorry.
where? Okay, yep. So you, after killing his pet, you go and you swing. You do slice off a piece of his flesh. He's still going to wound it. Monsters 1, which are the crocodiles. How many crocs are left?
3.
3. One's going to attack Rodic. These 2 are going to attack Vandris. I don't
Good
know.
luck, Vandris.
I don't know where he was.
Bring it on.
So we're going to do 2 bite attacks against Vandris. And one is going to miss, but another is going to hit.
I'm going to uncanny dodge the hit.
That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage, so half of 9 points of damage, and you are now grappled in its jaws. But
Of
you're
course, I'm
still,
croc blocked
you just
again.
can't. Yeah, your leg is just you're croc blocked. Classic
I'm
Vandris.
coughing up blood here, ladies and gentlemen. Please pay attention to me.
How much health do you have?
If I had to rate myself on a scale of 1 to 52, I'm about a 16.
Okay.
And the one that is on Rodek just misses again. You know.
Perfect. Okay.
Annie.
Brigand or Gators? Or Crocs?
Crocs are done.
Okay.
Now it's Annie's.
So I'm not grappled, is all I'm asking.
No.
Good.
If Andrew's grappled, you are not. Anyone.
Okay. Mr. Crocman number 2.
Yep.
Do you have damage?
No, only 4 has damage.
Okay. I'm going to transfer Hunter's Mark to Crocman number
Okay.
2.
You transfer the magical energy of nature to kill that fucker.
And shoot an arrow at his face. Oh, that's terrible. 12.
12. That does miss. It does. He's doing you a miss.
Oh. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
26. That's good.
Hey!
Hey! What's the color
It
go?
misses.
That hits.
What did you say?
Nothing.
He's super brigand.
No.
It's my
It's like the
turn.
Matrix. He slows down time.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So that's 14 damage.
14 damage to number 4. Correct?
Yeah.
No,
No,
two.
2.
2. To number...
Crocman 2.
Crocman.
Crocodile.
Crocman 2.
Oh, the min? Oh, so 14 damage. Okay.
Crocman.
You let the arrow fly, and I want to see if it kills him, and it just enough, and it gets him through the eye, and he collapses onto the ground.
Got
Okay.
The-
So
the-
after that, I am going to run through this little channel here as far as I can get towards Vanda.
1.
Okay.
2.5.
Blood is like splattering all over this kid. He's screaming
I'll
and
take an
crying.
opportunity from what's his face?
From
4.
4. Crocodile 4.
Actual
it.
And
Croc.
critical-
My
critical
computer
fail.
screen, like you can see what I'm poking.
critical.
I
fail.
keep
It's
doing
that
this.
one.
Like,
Hey, no, it's fine. You know,
That's what I'm trying to do, like the poking.
whatever
thing.
helps the immersion. Okay, that's all. You know, that's what we're all about.
I feel like I'm right there.
We good? The turn is over.
Take an opportunity attack.
He did. He got a nat 1. So
Oh, ooh.
he turned himself inside out into
His
a
jaws
crocodile bat.
implode.
Yeah.
He bites himself.
He tries to bite you and instead turns himself into a croc skin shoe for you. As he clamps on your
A
foot.
lovely kill.
Are they magical?
And at this point, you hear another.
Look up. Reaction.
Perception.
And Sylvie, you're on deck.
Fuck.
What?
7. Or 8.
You-
8 rather.
You're looking around, but the buildings are too tall. You hear something coming, but you don't see what's coming.
We might hazard a guess. We might hazard a guess at what's coming.
Shelby!
But where is the question?
I'm gonna continue
But
to
where?
attack big guy with the top hat thing.
Okay.
So you're all done. I missed. I'm breaking fun.
Well, no, the 5 would have been 13.
No, it misses. I missed with like a 16 or something like
What
that.
did you roll? Sorry.
A 4 and a
Oh,
5
you're attacking.
plus
You're
8.
attacking Captain.
I'm attacking the big
oh,
guy.
I'm going to
Yeah,
use
big guy, yeah.
I'm gonna. Or no, I already used my
Yeah.
reaction. Never mind.
No, it's fine. I just missed.
Okay.
I have to stop using this guy. As
So-
much as I love him, he just doesn't roll off.
The Elder's Blast ineffectively hit his armor. He lets out a laugh as you're all desperately charging him. He does not seem scared. With that, we have old Bosun Joe, and I think he's just going to turn around and go all in on Vandras.
Well,
He's saying, "Oh, my lads ain't got it handled," and he's gonna go and attack
Literally never scared.
3 times.
That's a lot of time.
you scared yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Vandris is too stupid to be scared.
That's true.
Vandris is so stupid. He like
Spike Spiegel style.
and
He's like,
the bosun is just flailing impotently and misses every single fucking time.
amazing. You can't write this, folks.
And his turn's over. Because that's how it happens. At least I get redemption for little brigands. Let's send number 1 to Annulin, please. And we'll keep the rest of the gang. There's only 3 of them suckers left. One is still holding a kid and is going to come up swinging at Annulin. and he's gonna do a scimitar attack, and he's gonna miss, and then he's gonna, with the arm of the kid, he's gonna bring up his dagger, and the kid's like, ah! And that is going to hit.
That's
and
a great
He's gonna
kid
do
voice, Mike.
2 points of piercing damage.
3 when you count the impact of the kid.
Blood is like covering this poor kid's face.
The kid is bloodied.
The kid is bloodied.
Oh.
But he's sanctuary.
But he's
so he
other
can't die.
people's bloodied,
Yeah,
not his own
he's,
blood.
he's sanctuary.
No,
Uh.
he's Croc's blood.
He's hopefully fine.
And a little bit of your blood.
Okay,
Oh, sorry, we got 2 more. One's gonna go for Rodek, and that's going to hit for the scimitar. That is going to be 6 points of slashing damage. Then we have the dagger misses. We got Ganji now coming up. Scimitar misses, and the dagger misses. You're just using your shield. These are some mook swashbucklers. With that, it's Ganji's turn.
What do we got? I'm worried about this incoming thing and that kid. But
True Strike Your Face says this kid may have some mental problems later on, just saying.
probably. But you know,
You know what? You could write a fan fiction about 10 years in the future, and what do you think? Let us know. We'll share it on the page.
no.
Good lord.
We'll
That's-
actually do a
that's-
dramatic. I'll do a dramatic live reading of it if you write the fan fiction.
Maybe.
Anyone who writes a fan fiction, I will do a dramatic live reading. All the
I
voices.
didn't know that this was all I ever wanted in life.
Okay. I am
Sometimes
going.
the gift is just dropped in your lap.
I know, right? It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm going to move over here.
I'll drink to that.
Me too.
I'm going to heal Vandris with Healing Word.
Hey yo.
Hey.
I knew I could rely on you.
Which
So
is
you roll for me?
6. Yeah. 9 healing.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, that's,
I
that's
casted
more
it.
health points than I'd ever need.
You feel Bahamut's scaly hand touch
Oh,
you
gross.
and
That's pretty.
and give you that sweet healing that you need so desperately.
Thanks, dude. You made it weird.
That's sweet. I'm a gun. Dare you enter my magical realm?
Okay, and then for my action, I'm going to Sacred Flame Big Hat because fuck him.
Big Hat
Fuck
Joe.
Big Hat.
Dex save against DC 14.
17.
Fuck.
He just sidesteps it.
One of these days, I will be effective. I promise.
Should
You're just the
I DM as Gricko DMing now? Vandris, top of the round.
One day we
Top of
got.
the morning!
Alright, so, being surrounded and, being the valiant hero that he is, rushing in and taking on the scaly captain, I am going to look within and activate my green flame blade
Yeah.
to attack the scaly captain.
Okay, attack that scaly captain.
I got a 19.
19, that misses.
Oh,
What?
really? He has more AC than you do, bud.
Your rapier lights with green flame,
Andy's
and
face right
it
now.
goes in and stabs, and his patchwork plate blocks.
I gotta go.
He did.
I gotta go.
So,
Alright, it's been fun.
So, yeah,
Have a good
Van
night.
just falls
Everyone on
over
the stream,
dead.
Goodbye.
He commits Sudoku.
Son of a gun! Alright, so time out. Let me reevaluate here. So I'm allowed to then move after I miss,
You sure
correct?
can. You sure can.
Okay, so Vandris is not scared, but he uses his extra action to disengage and tactically advance in the opposite direction.
Run away!
Can I keep going?
Back up
Yeah,
one
yeah.
square to the south.
Hold on.
Uh,
Oh, so he just went.
Yep, and then I will run to Genji.
Rum chata.
Oh.
2, 3, 4.
One more's good. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. I just want to get away.
Got it.
And by that I mean tactically advance in the correct aggressive direction.
Opposite directions. That's why.
There's a guy over here.
That's
You
my
just
turn.
go on. You're going for number 3. That's
For
what
superior-
you
What
want.
does luck say?
I'm just taking the scenic route.
With
Let me get to the
superior
safe place.
tactics.
Right.
I think you just ran right into the cannonball, by the way.
Hey, that's okay. I have a dex check that I'm gonna miss.
Me
And
too.
still only take half. Okay. Rodak, right? Me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm still in the middle of some guys, so let's kill some guys. I'm gonna keep going for number 4. 9 plus 8 is 17. Ah, my rolls are fucking 9 damage to number 4.
So number 2, which 4?
Brigand 4.
9? 9!
9 damage.
Okay, he's dead.
Yay.
Wow.
He pulls up his scimitar and you just get him in the chest and he just
Okay,
he,
I'm
he
gonna-
slumps over your axe and you have to like shake him off.
I like these little
I think,
guys.
I'm pretty sure you just turned over the wrong one.
No, I was attacking
That
him.
was the correct one, I think.
I'm attacking
No, he dragged
Croc
two people
4.
out, and he turned over the guy with the hat.
Oh, you did?
What?
Why? Oh, jeez.
How does that even
Because you
happen?
dragged 2 out.
Okay, well, anyway,
and you
I'll
turned
fix
over
it.
the guy with the
Yeah,
hat.
we'll
I
fix it.
rolled a 13
13.
on the
You
Brigands.
don't have to listen to me. Just like you guys didn't listen to me that it was a
Or no,
good
on the
idea.
Croc.
On the croc, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, the croc it hits.
Yeah, because he's right in front of me. So
What a bunch of claptrap.
not that facing matters, but 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage on the Croc.
2 number, which one?
4.
4. Did you want to flip over that guy and put him back out there?
Oh,
So you know
yeah.
that he's dead.
Number 4,
I
huh?
don't know how that.
Number
the
4 is
queen
still
was over
alive,
here.
huh?
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now.
Okay.
You bring in, it severs his spine. It was,
Okay.
like in World of Warcraft, the crocodile hiss.
Look at that. And
It
then I'm
makes
going to
that
turn
noise.
around, use a bonus action to attack yet again.
Yeah.
4 plus 8 is
12.
what? 12.
Reaction
So
to
that-
add 10.
10?
22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Let's make this spicy. You want to make this spicy?
Some spicy memes.
No, not yet. I'm not gonna make it spicy.
Okay. Monsters 1.
Max damage.
Max damage, 17 damage.
To a number what?
3.
Undamaged though. Your axe goes in and it gets it in its side. You almost like move it like a couple feet with the strength of your blow. It seems very on the edge of death, but it's still holding on.
That's fine.
And now, can we move those 2 up to Annulin next to the bosun? And then, do we have another crocodile?
Yeah, poor Annie.
Both of them? It's just the 2.
Are we keeping in mind of where the kid is?
He's with number 1. Number 1.
He's
is
also
the very one.
sanctuaried.
Oh, wait, you were attacking Brigand number 4.
Yep.
No, I was attacking Croc number 4.
And killed it.
Oh,
you
you
said.
killed it. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So these 2 crocodiles are going to both make bite attacks against Annulin. You can tell I haven't run combat in a while. One's going to miss, but the other is going to hit. It is going to do 11 points of piercing damage on Annulin, and you are grappled on the leg. You are croc blocked.
Continually Croc block.
Annulin.
I can still attack grappled, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Legit.
You just can't move.
Which one's grappling me?
Which one was grappling you? It was number 1.
It is now the target of my hunter's mark.
Ooh, my.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. 15.
15 does hit.
Oh.
Ooh, das
Is he
gut.
damaged?
He's not.
Balls.
Balls.
14 damage.
14 damage.
Now he's damaged.
He is damaged now, and your arrow flies into him. Once again, it seems to sink in deep, but he is still holding on.
Alright, I'm gonna make my second attack on him as well.
You got it? He's not taking damage, obviously.
25 to hit.
That does hit.
I'm gonna overkill him now. Get ready.
Yeah.
Alright. 8 and 7 is 15, plus 7 is 20. Somebody add this for me.
You hear
22,
a loud
22.
and you see skull fragment shatter as he's grabbing your leg. You double tap him. He bites your leg and you just do a quick double tap down.
This'll show you.
And he's it's a mess. It's a mess. And with that, woo!
It was nice knowing you.
How did you
Thanks
know?
very much.
How did
I
you
knew
know?
it.
Maybe it'll hit that guy.
They're always dwarf seeking.
Not me, baby.
These flying rocks are always dwarf
I
seeking.
moved exactly where I needed to move.
Lottie, hear ye well.
Make a dex saving throw, Rhoda.
Oh,
Play Tommy Boy at my funeral.
Vandris, you should have been in there.
19. Need some bagpipes going.
So you succeed. So
I'm still dead.
You're dead? Oh.
If I,
38 points of fire
I
damage.
would have been dead.
And you see the brigand that's attacking you go like, and he gets completely vaporized.
What's half of 38? 15 plus 4, 19? I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
19.
check.
Wow.
Okay, 19. I have
And
11 health left.
and
Feel tough
wait, you
and
took half of
javelin.
that, though, right?
I did take half
Okay.
of that.
So-
I would be unconscious on the ground if I did not take half.
the guy got Roden still managed to dodge out of the way almost, but it was a massive crater. It's smoking. You hear the child in the grip of number one, which is still alive, right? Yeah. The one who's left alive is now horrified. He's wailing, and the bosun looks at you and what has happened, and he's very angry now.
Sylvie.
Anyone, right?
Sylvie won.
Oh,
No,
my
it's
turn.
Anyone, yeah.
Am I within 90 feet of number one? I am, right?
Yeah.
I could at least
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
up enough to be
For
in
what?
90 feet, but
You're easily within 90 feet would be
Okay.
like here.
So I want to choose a point that puts him in a 20-foot radius circle, but doesn't affect anybody else, and I'm going to cast sleep on him.
Oh.
Ooh, good idea.
So I'm going to roll terribly. I need people's help with doing this math. So 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 2 is 15. That's going to be terrible. Plus another 8 is 23. Plus then 3 is 26. And then 1 is 27. That gives me a total of 8 so far.
So what's the radius of this when we do this?
Hold on. Do you remember what I was at?
27
27 plus 8
is
35.
plus
yeah,
6
scares you.
41.
plus 1, 45. 42.
42.
So 42. So it's 90 feet from me, and then it's a 20-foot cube
So
from
where are
a
you
point that
placing
I
it?
choose. From a point that
So
I
this is
choose.
important, obviously, because there's stuff behind him.
Yeah, so I want to put it where it's
Let's say
behind him.
Let's say like 1, 2, 3, 4. How about 1, 2, 3, 4?
I want
Yeah,
it
how about
wherever it's behind him, but gets
with him in it. So how about
Yes.
this? Does that
That's
work?
what I want.
So you're just going for the bosun.
Yes.
And how much did you roll?
It's 42.
The pink sand erupts in a cloud over him, and it falls on them, and he's like, and he just bats it away.
Well, at least now I know it's more than 42 health.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
now
Rolls
it's
a little high.
pixie dust. And now it is his turn.
I need to mark off a spell.
Hmm?
I have to mark off a spell.
Alright.
It's my second spell I've used.
With that, he
No, it's not, 'cause my hex is from my ring.
he points at the brigand and says, like, "You know the orders. Get out of here!" And then he is just going to run at Avantris. Can you move him up to Avantris?
Is that good or?
Yep.
Okay.
Avantris. Okay, he's going to make his 3 scimitar attacks again. Miss. miss, and a natural 20.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I wanted to move up too.
Oh, that's
So,
fine.
Yeah, I wanted to move up my speed.
Natural 20, which is
Was that on Vandris?
on Vanus, yeah.
He's gonna.
Natty 20, buddy.
Yeah, I gotta uncanny dodge that one.
Oh. Yikes.
What did I say?
He didn't uncanny dodge the.
He wasn't in
Oh,
it.
he wasn't in it yet.
8 points of slashing damage.
Wait, hold on. The 8 was the full nat 20. As I take 4 damage, I laugh and embarrass the puny thing that's
Kill that a crit.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, okay. And with that, this guy is going to disengage. He nods at his bosun. He's going to disengage, and he is going to run off into his full speed into the streets.
Wait, the
One,
guy with
two.
the kid's trying to get away?
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
This guy has
person.
never seen
5,
Avantris in
6.
action.
Okay.
He veers off to the right. That's it, right? Yeah. Genji.
Okay. So if I move around this way, right, I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35 feet away. Does that work? I don't think that works. So I am going to instead Sacred Flame number 3, Crocodile 3. So he has to make a dex save. DC 14.
Okay. He's going to succeed.
Oh, fuck. I was gonna do something this turn, you guys, I promise.
As the flame rains down, it, despite it being a little crocodile, just sidesteps it. Vandris.
Okay, so I am going to use my cunning action to dash to chase after the one with the kid. And I'm going to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh boy. Don't be dead.
I won't.
You just took 4 damage. You're not doing well.
Yeah, no, I'm good. That's only half of what I was healed for.
5.5. 6.5.
So as long as I don't get croc blocked, I'll be in good shape.
Yeah, you could easily catch up to him. Do you want to get in front of him, or?
Yeah, I want to get in front of him and curb stomp his ass.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can do that.
Okay.
I have to take an attack of opportunity.
If you choose to.
I mean, unless you
From
don't
that
have
guy.
this homework.
Oh yeah, no, he'll. Yeah.
We're just gonna stop pointing it out.
Yeah.
Okay, that does hit. He
Player.
swings with his sword, and it's going to be 6 points of slashing damage.
Ha! Ha! It tickles me as I gush more blood.
Okay.
And then I unleash Unholy Fury on the guy that I've reached.
Oh, the kid?
Yeah.
You have to make a whiz save
The
first.
kid. I unleashed Unholy Fury on the kid by getting a 19.
19, that hits.
Okay. Again, I roll for pitiful damage, but that's okay. 10 total damage.
10. So, having been wounded a little bit, and trying to deal with the squirming kid, you manage to sprint up, and as he's running, you get him in the back. He was like, "Ah," and then falls forward, tumbling. The kid kind of tumbles forward and uses his reaction to jump up, really scared, and then just sprint in the opposite direction so the DM doesn't have to roleplay little kid.
Frick! I was gonna grab his slave chain.
I was gonna name him
The
Pickle.
kid?
The kid.
Yeah, because I don't want to run off and die. I just spent my life trying to save this kid.
He has Sanctuary for the
We
next 8
don't, we
hours.
don't need another sparkles or sprinkles or whatever the fuck your name is.
He's
It's a
gonna run
change
off
zone.
into town and get hit by a flying meteor.
I was actually gonna tell Sylvie we can't keep it.
Alright, touche. I acquiesce.
You're gonna tell Sylvie we can't.
Okay, Rodak.
Well played.
Okay, having just been obliterated by a magical fireball, I'm gonna like stagger over here and kind of like lean up against the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to use second wind and a health pot. So I'm just gonna heal. So you can move on. I'll roll it.
Okay. With that, it's monsters 1, crocodiles. They're all dead. Anyone?
There's one
There's
crocodile.
one in front of.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, the one I tried to fire.
Oh, there's one in front of me.
I mean, but we should stop telling him this.
And it
Right.
tries to bite and misses.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Now it's
Okay.
Anna's turn.
I'm gonna hunter's mark on the captain
Okay.
and make my attack on him.
What kind of power potions
14.
do you have?
14 to hit. On the,
2d4
on the
plus
captain, that
Yeah,
misses.
basic one.
Yeah,
It clinks against his armor.
I figured. Okay,
What was that?
continue.
No, what was it? What'd you
It was
roll?
a 13.
I use my reaction to. Do I have another? Wait, hang on. Nope, don't have another channel. Never mind. Sorry.
Continue.
Continue.
I'm trying to
Salve.
contribute to this fight.
I'm
And,
gonna move my my space up to him, and I'm going to use Fey Presence to charm him. He has to roll against my spell save DC, and it is what does he have to roll?
Charisma or Wiz?
Wisdom, and he's disadvantaged on Wisdom because of my axe.
6.
He fails, so he's charmed by me currently.
What's the beginning of his next?
So
Your
he,
next turn?
Yes, I believe it's until the beginning of my
Charmed
the
creature-
end of my next turn.
He can't attack the charmer, so I can't attack you. And you have advantage on ability checks to interact socially.
So are you right in front of him?
You can also make him
Is that-
scared.
I could frighten him.
Sure.
Would that be worth it? What does frighten do? Sorry, this shows how often I've used this.
A frightened creature disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you're in sight.
Okay, so I'm gonna do frighten.
Okay.
I thought charmed did something different, so I'm just done.
As
not
you
like
walk up to him, similar to Ganji's angelic draconic creature, a horrific looking fae. It almost is like this radiance beauty, but there's a strange ugliness to it that's so horrific that even this hardened crocodile, his eyes open and he is very afraid.
Have you ever seen someone so ugly?
It's scary. They're so ugly, it's scary. Monsters 2 is what's his face? He is going to run up to Anulin.
This feller?
Yep.
Right.
He's gonna go in between Anulin and Rhoda.
Ooh, you don't say. Oh, he can't willingly move closer to Sylvia.
Oh, that's right.
Is that it?
Right? Isn't that? Hold on.
I thought that was a special thing for your.
Yep, you're right. You're right. So actually, he is so afraid. He is going to use his dash. He sees everyone around him, and he's so afraid from the thing. He is going to just sprint.
So now we're gonna lose him. Thanks, Rich.
1, 2.
So I get an opportunity attack. At
Yep.
least.
Rhoda
For-
can't do anything right.
He literally can't.
Cheat.
It's alright, I'll hunt this one down too. Hey, go ahead, Mike, you count those squares.
That's not gonna hit him.
That's
I
not
don't
gonna
even
hit
see
him.
you. Where are you, Vandra?
Yeah, I'm off camera,
Oh,
so is
sorry.
the guy that I'm gonna hunt down and murder.
I don't think we can get them both on camera though.
Yeah, we can.
We can?
We can. Look at this guy. There he is. Ugh. Come on. Come on.
If you had any fingernails, you'd be able to.
I don't got no fingernails.
I think he's actually out of my range. I hate to admit it. Anulin's gotta, like, reposition and take this mofo down.
I'm the fastest I think we have, and he's out of my range too.
No, you're not faster than me if I dash. I can double dash. I take it back. I can move like 48 squares or something stupid.
What's double dash?
So normally if you
Smarter
sprint,
part.
that's your entire movement, but I can use my bonus movement to sprint again. So 6 times 2 is 12, times 2 is 24. I can move 24 squares.
Is that just a you thing?
Yes, it's a me thing.
Okay, you win.
You're faster than me technically, but you have a longer
I mean,
range.
that's all I needed to hear.
Oh wait, it's my turn, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you get an opportunity attack.
I missed.
Oh, well, it's Gady's turn.
All right.
So
Well, I'm gonna chase after him Actually, no. I'm going to run up here because I know I can't catch this guy if he's sprinting. Well, actually, no, I can. I'm just gonna fucking chase him. Fuck this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna plant right in the fucking front of him, asshole. And that's all I can do.
Okay.
Some go
Anders.
Yeah. No opportunity
okay.
attacks.
I'm being urged on by Twitch chat that I gotta go fast here. So I'm gonna go dash and get to Genji and finally do normal damage because he's engaged.
Yeah.
I can move like 24 squares, so whatever I gotta do to kill this guy.
I think you
Hold
can get
on.
in range with just his bonus attack.
I think. Hold on.
No, I counted out 12 squares and I couldn't make it.
1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh!
10.5,
Uh-huh.
12.
Yep.
Yes!
You're welcome for the
Gotta go
I'm
fast.
just gonna dash and
You're
save my
welcome
financial
for the
advice.
flank though.
Oh my god, barely.
I'm gonna hit him for 21,
That hits.
and then I'm gonna rain hell upon his body.
Green flame blade,
As
I
I
can take
do
it.
11, 14, 18, 22 damage, finally.
Holy shit. So as he's running, part in fear of Sylvie's Fey presence, part in the fact that his whole squad was wiped out and he's failed the mission, he does not see Avantris coming at all. The Green Hill Zone music plays, and he stretches his arms out behind them, and just zooms and gets him in. Finds a weak spot in his armor, stabs his rapier.
Gold
in.
rings everywhere for some
Yeah,
reason.
he turns into an animal, and he is 22 damage. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Vito appears out of nowhere and says, "Curse that blasted Avantris."
And he goes, "Wah!" and he spits up some blood. He's pretty bloodied, as they might say, because there's blood on his
So bloodies is half.
on his biz. Yep.
Okay.
He's not
I have
dead?
to remember this for when
Nope.
I'm DMing because I'm really bad about it.
Unbelievable.
I just make it up as I go.
Rodek.
That's the secret, Nikki.
Yeah, right? That's how I roll.
So, knowing that I'm a dwarf with stumpy legs and have no chance of ever getting over there, I'm just going to go to this last croc.
They call him the Croc Killer.
Because they called me that. Somebody said Rodek the Croc Slayer. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say that.
Ooh, I love that.
I rolled a 2. That's going to miss. I rolled a
It really
14,
captures the duality of man.
21 hits. What was I going to say?
I'm all about the duality in this.
I kick you
Almost
out of the
rerolled
party.
8 damage
It's postmodern work. 8 damage to number 1.
to number 3, the last croc left.
So it's already wounded, and you just come and basically put it out of its misery. it was a wounded, bloody beast. All of its friends were dead.
And I
or
spit on
abandoned,
its dead
and-
corpse.
And you spit on its dead corpse with a bonus action. That's a bonus action. Whew! While Rodek is busy spitting.
he uses his like cleave or whatever to make a spit attack on the corpse.
No, that's true. I was like, but it's coming through.
Now Monsters One's officially dead, and you're like,
Are monsters 2 officially dead, or did it
Okay.
Monsters
still exist?
3.
I'm gonna go as far as I can towards Avantris and Genji.
3, 6, 7.
Yarp. Okay, I'm gonna transfer my Hunter's Mark, hopefully for the last time.
Murder him.
Attack.
Give him the
And
murders.
miss, that's a 15.
15.
Miss.
That misses. It clangs off of his armor. Even with him distracted.
13. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Also clangs off his armor.
We tried, guys. We tried.
It's alright, Sylvie's got this.
No, I don't. But I am going to move my spaces towards him.
Dash or just full?
Just my normal
1,
spaces.
2.5, 4, 5. Or no, you can't. There's a dead body there. There.
Thank you. And then I'm going to attempt to
I'd say,
Eldritch Blast him.
yeah, I'd say that he would have
18
had
is not
some cover, but you have Wand of the Witch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Miss.
What?
Both of them were 18s.
Oh my god.
It's you have a narrow shot, and even though you have the wand of the witch, they both blast off sides of the building. The buildings.
It's hard to hit.
Monsters 2 is going to
That's so poopy.
realizes that he can't outrun the party, and he's going to he kind of gets this resolve. He's still afraid of that hideous thing, but he's going to turn to Vanders after being murked so fucking hard, and he is going to swing his sword viciously.
Bring it.
Is he disadvantaged?
Fear is one thing that he and I don't have in
So
common.
No, it was at the end of my last turn.
Oh,
So
he's not.
it's-
He's not a.
yeah.
First one misses. Second one hits. That is
I'm
going.
gonna uncannily dodge it.
Okay.
Aha.
5 points of slashing damage. So whatever that is.
Wow, good.
And
That'll
he's-
be 2.
And that'll be that one also hits, and that'll be 6 points of slashing damage.
We've got him this round.
Ganji.
So I probably can't hit him, but I can Sacred Flame him for a dex save of 14.
14, 16.
Fuck.
He keeps dodging, but he's like afraid of getting hit and shit, and he just dodges
I swear to God.
that flame. You're just like it's a whack-a-mole.
I got the chills.
Vandy.
Vandris again, the great Van.
Okay, so after being hit, I'm angry. I'd like to redouble and end this fool.
Green Flame Bladu?
Nah, I already used this. I try to only use it once per match.
Okay, got it.
Per encounter.
Well, there you go.
After achieving such great success at catching him and hitting him, it just clangs off of his armor. Rhoda.
Unfortunate.
We have a Renee, a wild Renee.
Hey. What do I want to do? I can't do. I guess I could go up to him. Seeing that that they're having trouble hitting this guy. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's here. So 1.5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, 8, 9, 10. And I will do nothing.
Okay, you run up to him and he is now boxed in. He is desperate.
Alright, Adilyn, you're our last. Well, not our last chance, but come on. Just finish this guy.
He's got to have more than 20-something health left.
Yeah. Because he had
Okay.
more than 42.
Because he had more than 42.
And we've gone about 20.
Alright.
He did 22 health to him. So he's
First
the
attack.
only person who's hit him is for 22.
Yeah.
So we have
19.
19,
misses.
it clangs off of his armor.
I think he has 20
Oh.
AC.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, where's my hashtag blessed up in here?
Oh, is it that time?
Oh my god, do we really have to do that to finish this guy off?
No, let's not.
23.
There you go.
That hits.
Yes.
Now just do like 20 damage and he's dead.
More
Yeah, so I'm
More than
my
that.
class
Yeah.
is
Just
Slayer,
gotta do more than 20.
and I've got the Hunter's Mark on him already.
You got 3 dice. Plus his 5.
Hunter's Mark is great. It's like really too much.
Alright, I have 8 and 5.
Bye.
8 and 5 and 7.
That's our other cleric.
You shouldn't ask me to do any math.
Can someone do it?
15.
20 damage.
20
20 damage. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 7 is
Oh,
20.
okay.
So between her and Vanders, it was the exact amount that I rolled for sleep.
So we know he's not dead.
Ping, 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 one hit. The other one gets him in the shoulder. He's very wounded, slumped forward, but he is still hanging on and desperate.
Okay, and before the end of my turn, I'm also going to move behind Vandris and use Cure Wounds on him.
Oh, pulling out
I can
the
always count on it.
spells.
See, this is why I'm so reckless. You people save me turn after turn after turn.
Reinforcing bad behavior. You place a hand on Vandris's back, and the power of nature closes his wounds up a little bit. And roll whatever
Bring on
that
me.
is.
I actually never used this.
Wait.
What is the spellcasting modifier?
Well, it's an action, isn't it? The Cure Wounds.
Oh, it is. It's not a bonus action.
Oh!
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have
Next
Healing
time.
Word?
You
I
don't
don't think she
no,
does.
it's range of
Beatrice lives to die another
Oh,
day.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Randy.
Next time.
There's a
Shelby.
reason why I don't
Shelby.
prepare names anymore.
Shelby is gonna move forward. Her movement.
Next turn now. You got him.
And then Shelby is going to. I'm going to attempt to hit him again, which is not gonna work.
It goes so well.
Hey, one of them.
One of them will hit. 17 plus 8 to hit.
Roll damage.
For one.
25. He's got Hex. Nice.
16 damage.
It's gotta kill him. It's
No,
gotta do
it doesn't.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
It's not a question of luck.
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
I mean, we're about to surround this guy and just end him anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's not getting out of here.
How you want to do this?
See? I told you.
I want to conjure a bunch of shelves, and I want not to.
It doesn't work like that.
Shell.
Yes, I steal from Matt Mercer. I steal a lot of things from Matt Mercer. Thanks for noticing.
Mage hand a barrel and
You
throw
have a
a barrel
charming
on him.
smile, though.
DK
Yeah,
country
right.
style.
That's cute.
It's a pass.
I'm just gonna shoot the Eldritch Blast at him and be like, "You damn daylight Draculas!"
And then he's like, "What's a drat?" And his head just gets completely blasted off of his shoulders, and it turns into pink pixie dust. And it seems as if the action in this area of the city, you hear kind of motion and running here and there, but the streets are pretty packed tight. So
I turn to the rest of the group. I spit some blood out on the street and say, "Do we need to keep moving?"
I turn to the rest of the group, spit some blood out of the street, and say, "I."
Follow me, I say, as I lead the gang to Noble.
We gotta keep going. Keep
So
going.
you're not going to take a short rest or anything?
I mean,
We don't have time.
time.
The city's on fire.
Do
don't
we have time?
We're not
We
going
just
to
have time to, like,
this shit.
Let's just
Yeah.
walk into a building and like
You're
chill
right.
for a little
I'm
bit.
committed to the RP and not the min-max. so
Yeah,
we're
as much as I would like to take a short rest here, I don't think we can
I'm gonna
afford
take
it.
us some peanut butter
However-
sandwiches.
I'm voting no short rest, but a real like short 5 to 3 minutes.
This is a
rest.
good,
Yeah,
a
go
quick
for it.
drink break.
So like a
And like
Like a
a
pee break.
like
I mean,
a
it's
tinkle
Yeah.
tinkle break.
So let's take a quick tinkle break.
Tinkle break.
We'll be back.
I have to take Jack out or he's going to kill me.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I can talk to Twitch chat for the next 5
Yeah,
minutes.
we'll talk
I
to you
can
guys.
handle
We'll talk to you
myself.
guys. We'll stop the music. We're gonna have we'll
You're in
continue.
Andy's capable hands.
I'm gonna make a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll turn off
We're
the
not
music.
going anywhere, folks, so don't bail on us.
Yeah, don't bail on us. We love you guys. We
Hang
love you.
tight. Because the action's just warming up, let me tell
Yeah.
you.
So, if anyone's watching and paying attention is also a fan of Critical Role, Season 2 started. Who is the best character? No one spoil it. There's a right
I
answer.
haven't actually watched the first episode yet.
You need to do that. That's
I know, I
homework.
do.
Homework.
Work's been nuts, though. I haven't had the
Yeah, no, I
opportunity.
mean it's good stuff. So say in the comments in the Twitch chat, who's the best character? Season 2 Critical Role, if you care, or watch it.
I also just throwing this out there while we're just chatting and having a good time.
Yeah.
I need to give a shout out to Twitch chat because from here on out, no matter what we do, I call dibs on moderating Twitch chat because they are fucking bomb, and we are having
You guys
a
rock, man.
fantastic experience.
See, and we're
Twitch chat is going ham, and I love it, and we are just cracking up.
we love you guys on Twitch, and so we're very sorry for not streaming to Twitch before. Technical difficulties made it impossible, and then we figured out how to be able to capture them and not lag and stream on Twitch at the same time as Facebook. So it's Twitch on here on out. If you are joining us new from Twitch, we have all of our episodes
our Facebook
archived
page.
on our Facebook page, so you can watch back. We have, I think, like over 50 hours of content now.
Yeah, almost 60.
So if you guys have a lot of time to kill,
A lot of time.
but yes, no, Avantris, you can definitely, Andy, you can definitely,
Yeah.
we can hang out in
Yeah,
the.
this
All
has
right,
been,
so-
it's been a learning experience. We've had to do some, technical adjustments and whatnot, but it's been fun, and I'm glad that we're on Twitch now. We're getting some great interaction, and everybody on Facebook's been great too.
Yeah. We love you guys on Facebook, too.
We'll figure out where to go from
Everybody,
here,
we
but
love you.
obviously our goal is to provide you guys
We love
with, clarity and crystal clear streaming and all that. So it's been a good time.
Can I point out Amanda Miller? Amanda, you got it. You won. You
Jester.
guessed correct. Jester is the
But
best
you
character.
can't just say Amanda because
said Miller.
Misaki
I said
Takahashi.
Miller. Oh.
Well, whatever.
Oh, and Twitch. See,
On
I'm
Twitch.
reading Facebook. Sorry.
And
True
There you
Strike Your Face also got it.
They-
It is Jester.
They both got. Everyone got Jester.
Yeah, it wasn't a trick question. It is Jester.
It's Jester. It's. I mean, best girl, Jester. Best.
So wait,
character.
can I ask, having not seen it, can I ask why?
It's Laura Bailey playing like a character she
She's
should
so
be playing.
cute.
It's like if you
Oh.
you need to
Okay,
like
so
take
perfect.
insulin shots in order to watch it because of
Because
how
she's so
fucking
sugar
adorable
sweet.
it is. No, it's.
I want to make her my wife.
It's
Alright, cheers.
It's painfully cute. It's
It's painfully adorable.
yeah.
I love her.
And
So
so
I think I'm only one episode behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
the
will
next
be.
episode's tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say you will be too as of tomorrow, but everybody else's
Yeah.
opinions are valid too. They're just wrong.
So
But they're
here's the
valid.
thing: if I have to work late tomorrow night, which I probably will since I bailed early tonight, I will try to watch the first episode while I'm working tomorrow, and maybe I'll watch the second episode live while I'm working.
Do it.
yeah. Well, I mean, it starts at 10 p.m.
Yeah, well.
So yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'll be there live with you, so we can all comment together. We'll get in the chat and make fun of some of the characters,
I love it.
some of the people. And yes, Amanda, Laura is just the best. She's like literally perfect. I feel like Jester. I mean, I love Vex, but Jester just seems to be so much more her. And so I'm really looking forward to see what she does with that.
Man, when
And also, I mean, Trickery Domain. I've never seen a Trickery Domain cleric ever. Everyone's always like light for war or light for laser beams.
Tempest is actually better than War.
Tempest, Tempest is like the OP one. You're right.
It's like the metagame one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the. I mean, it's also the God
You
of
said
Thunder.
there's a trickster?
Yeah,
Trickery, yeah.
it's a Trickery
What do
Domain.
they do?
Like I don't know, Trickery. I think she had like what does a Goku have where he splits?
What does a Goku?
What does a Goku or a Naruto? What do they have where he split into a bunch of
That's
things? Mirror image.
clone jutsu.
You got clone
obviously.
jutsu.
Clone sheets. It's mirror image, right?
I don't fucking know how that works.
Yeah, it's illusions and sneaking buffs.
Oh, illusions. Yeah, no. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's
she
just
cast
flavor.
a buff on Not, who's the Goblin Rogue, and like increased her stealth rolls by 10.
Oh yeah, maybe it wasn't.
It's like a mini pass without a trace on one person.
Maybe it wasn't clone no jutsu. I'm sorry, guys.
Probably wasn't clone jutsu, but that's okay.
I love
clone
Live and we
jutsu.
learn.
My weave level is not up to snuff.
A lot of people have been asking, and I'm just going to throw this out there again for Twitch chat as well. We tend to stream Wednesday nights,
Yes.
7:30 p.m. Eastern time. But we've been trying to get in some weekends as well. We're trying to stream
Yeah.
more regularly. So if we do like a spur of the moment weekend stream, we'll probably put it on Facebook. So be sure to follow our Facebook page.
Yes.
If you want updates of that stuff, and that way if we spur of a moment to stream, you won't miss anything.
And Sir Grabs says, I love Whammon. So,
Here we respect women.
respect
You ain't
Whammon.
wrong. The women are great.
Always respect.
I'm a nice guy. I respect women. If only the world knew how nice a guy I was.
I don't like this game anymore. It's so dirty, and they don't treat their horses not good.
That's a classic reference.
Sorry, that
You
is.
can always leave it to
Sorry.
Yankee.
Sorry for bringing in the friend group memes because no one on the stream will understand it.
Well,
But
yeah, it's
that,
good
it just
times. Though.
happens.
Respect Whammon, 100%. Respect Whammon, says Sir Grabs.
Yep.
Always.
Always respect your women.
Especially
Wait.
roleplay by Laura Bailey.
Especially, you can have chicken whammon, you can have beef whammon, you can have they even have chili whammon at Walmart.
Ooh, that was
Do they
pretty
really?
good. In
Oh,
college I
hey,
had a lot
wait,
of
man,
that.
I hear it's pretty good nearby
Yeah.
you guys.
It only costs like 10 cents,
It's a
but
mispronunciation of ramen.
he
So
means
annual-
women,
yeah.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, he means women.
Yeah.
Respect Whammon. Respect Whammon.
No, but Nikki,
talk a little bit
man,
more.
Yeah.
about
let's all be real here.
You know what's super fucking annoying though?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. And then I'll...
No, I am just bitching because the Twitch app on my phone keeps disconnecting from chat every time I swipe over to my character sheet. Or the phone goes to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what you
So-
get for not using pen and paper, fam.
No,
Yes,
that is still 100% appropriate and
And-
acceptable trade-off.
Laminated
Yeah, no, here's the
paper
thing.
and
Like,
dry
if somebody
erase, the way to go.
developed their app appropriately, we wouldn't have this problem.
Yeah.
True. So someone asked, since it's a break,
We're coming back right now.
Okay.
Well, I'm finishing coffee.
It's technically a
Finishing
break,
coffee.
but we're already done.
I got you. But no, they were just asking if we could explain our characters because they're new and they'd like to know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be presumptuous.
So we can just go around the horn. So I played Rodex Stonehearth, a Battlemaster fighter. He is from the northern reaches of the continent, from a dwarven fortress called Hrimdar. He escaped his homeland, which was kind of ravaged by war, constant war with the giants, the frost giants up north. He found a way out with a mysterious, magical giant war horn. And it's kind of like frosty to the touch. It has glowing blue moons. It's carved from a mammoth tusk, which is kind of cool. So it's like pretty big. It's not like a normal horn like this. It's like a pretty big one. And so he is. And so all I know is that it's relevant to sort of why the war's happening, and I'm trying to figure out more. So, Ganji.
Sorry. We're not scheming.
We're not
What are you
scheming.
talking
Don't
about?
scheme. Don't scheme.
No, so Genji Stormscale is my character. He is a bronze dragonborn cleric of Bahamut, as the Twitch chat knows now.
Now Rodek the Croc Slayer, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
exactly.
Rodex.
I am Genji, the hashtag blessed.
The hashtag blessed.
Yeah, so basically, I come from the southern regions of Nekbet, which is the home of the Dragonborns. The metallic Dragonborns, of which I'm obviously a part, are all at war with the chromatic Dragonborns. And my unit, my platoon or whatever, we were sent north to an area where a green dragon was recently killed to see if we could recover any artifacts of the lost Dragonborn Empire that might help us in our war against the Chromies.
Whoa, hey, leave her out of this.
Hey!
Chromies, get out!
Normals be gone!
Also, I'm pretty sure, I don't exactly remember how those rules work, but I don't think I could have been a war cleric of Tiamat, because I don't think she's a god of war. But anyway, just as an aside.
Coffee on the here.
But no, so yeah, basically on our way up, my unit was ambushed while I was away from the group, and they were all killed, and I was the last one alive. I continued on to try to continue the mission and met up with these people, and so now I'm along with them for the ride, and because we have come across a couple relics that we are trying to figure out what to do with and stuff like that, including but not limited to, hey, does anyone remember that we have a dragon egg in the bag of holding?
Never forgot.
I
Never
bet
scared,
it's still
never
a
forgot.
dragon egg. So that's the whole thing.
We did not sell that.
Yeah, that's still in there.
Thank God. We gotta give it to the riverboat guy.
Right, exactly.
Rodek weighs like at night about that.
Oh my god. And the Kenku.
And the
And
So
Rip Rashad.
Rip Rashad. Oh yeah.
I wasn't there for that, but anyway, continue. Sorry.
You were there for the Kenku. I'll tell you.
I think
later.
that's
Was
about
that you? Oh,
Yeah.
me.
Just,
So
High
I'm
level.
Nikki. I play Sylvie. I'm a Force Gnome Fey Warlock. I came from a place. What was the name of my town? Badge or something?
Bog
there?
Possum.
Oh, it was Bog Possum.
Freaking Bog
I'm sorry. I thought it was like badger dumplings or something.
If you want to say,
Same
sure.
thing.
Classic Sylvie fashion, doesn't even know where she comes from. She stumbled through a Fey crossing just randomly near the swamps and marsh where she came from. And, yeah, badger dumplings. And she made a pact with the Archfey Titania for her power. Now she has to serve the Summer Court. So her interest was to go to the site where the green dragon was slain, as green dragons are synonymous with Fae, etc. And that's how I met these schmucks, and she's kind of a firecracker and a weirdo, and she just forced them to keep her.
Daniel, and you're up.
All right. So I play Annulin Mossgrove. I'm a wood elf ranger, and I'm coming from the east side of the continent in Airlamel. So my town was sacked by fire giants. My father was killed. My mother was taken. And I'm basically on a journey now to find out where she was taken, why she was taken, and to hopefully get her back. So I'm traveling with this group, and we're going on adventures. We occasionally run into my brother, Bronmir, and I'm just pew-pew-pewing, shooting things up.
It's good.
Alright, my name is Andy. I play the character Avantris True Strike. Shout out to True Strike Your Face on Twitch chat, which is the greatest coincidence of all time forever. I am a high elf rogue who has gone into the assassination subclass. The idea was for my character that I wasn't very good at magic, as most of the high elves are, so I decided to bail early and go strike out on my own. I made it to Gullhaven, which is where we are currently, and I grew up in Gullhaven, and which is, a rough city with some seedy underbelly. I decided to become, a rogue and do what I had to do to scrap by, ultimately becoming a bounty hunter, which is how I adapted the assassin portion of my class. I have some mysterious background that I cannot quite reveal yet to the rest of the party, because I'm sure it will be coming up soon, as they have. We are currently in Gullhaven playing out these lovely things. I'm a bounty hunter who is known around Gullhaven, and after going on this adventure with these guys, I was looking for a guy named Orpheus, who is a purple tiefling who's been stirring up trouble. And he has led us back to my hometown, and hopefully we will find him and more of my assassin back. And that's about it for me.
You forgot the most important thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hashtag Vandreamy.
Oh, yes, yes. How could I possibly
Hashtag
forget?
Vandreamy.
I am hashtag Vandreamy. Feel free to let me know about it or whatnot, or something along those lines. I'm also literally never scared. If you ever watched this stream before, Avantris is never scared.
He says that a lot.
And I guess
I don't think it's true, but
I'm the dungeon master. I write fan fiction and roll dice. That's it. Nothing interesting here. Okay.
Back to the game!
Back to the game!
Ready? Okay.
Okay, time to hear the same song we've been hearing for hours because it's thematic.
We might want to mention that we do have another campaign, so if they see us go live, it might not always be this.
Yes, so we don't, it's not always this campaign. We also have a Feywild campaign that's on Mondays usually. It's almost always on Mondays, so if you see us go live on Monday, that's probably what it is. This main campaign we do Wednesdays and then sometimes Saturdays. Hoping to do more double taps of Wednesday, Saturday, just so we...
It's worth noting that the other campaign takes place in the same realm.
Yes, it's the same world, the same setting, but Nikki DMs it. I'm a player. I'm the greatest character in all of D&D history.
Hence, Legends of Avantris.
Legends of Avantris.
Legends.
So it's a lot of fun. It's wacky Fey shenanigans. So
totally different feel.
Totally different vibe.
We're all kind of weird races,
It's wacky. But with that, let me kind of get back here.
So again, Avantris coughs up blood and says we have to head to Noblegarden.
And I cough up blood and say, "Aye, we should."
I'll lead the way. Follow
let's
me.
go. We don't have time. Let's go.
Sylvie looks at it. She goes, "Ew!" and prestidigitations it away.
All of our blood.
Let's go.
And so we hustle. We don't have time.
Let's clear some of the map over here.
Oh no!
But all my D-ses.
And right around the corner.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my D-ses.
You have D-ses.
Thanks.
And are we gonna die, Mike?
Avantris, do you have a health potion?
I believe he does. Let me check.
I have one.
I think you might have more than that.
Tell me what to clear.
I'm sorry?
I think you might have more than that.
This?
I made note of one for sure on my...
Yep, you have one.
You're looking pretty rough, buddy.
Okay.
I'll be alright.
You have
I'll worry
two.
about myself.
Kelso.
Let's just make it to Noblegarden.
So
if you had to rate your health on a scale of 1 to 52,
I'm a 7.
this is not to scale. So you guys are running through. You're running through. You think that you're almost going to get out of Amber Dock, get to the main road, almost at Gullhaven, and then you hear a. You hear a loud thud as a crossbow bolt hits a door next to you, Vandris, as you lead the way. As you enter a square, you hear a loud squawk, and above you is roosted 2 giant vultures and
Oh,
more
no.
of these crocodiles. Yes.
No, no.
Yep.
So the vultures are in the air. Is there any terrain that I could possibly traverse to get to them?
So let me
Not again.
let me
Not again.
let me place everything out here. This is important here.
When you say not to scale, you just mean like, so we've been
You
running.
guys
a
have been
while.
running. It's not like, oh, around the corner, suddenly a ghost. Like, it's not. It's not any of that. So a giant vulture on this building,
Oh my god, those are
a giant
huge.
vulture on that
They're
building.
giant. Yeah, so they're
Oh my
large.
gosh.
They're large creatures.
And-
Like on a scale of 1 to 4 feet, how tall
Oh,
are
we
they?
didn't show everybody the bosun from last time.
You
Okay.
can have
I
it if
was
you
thinking
want.
about that.
Oh, no. Come on. You can do it.
It's working. We can see it. It's not crystal clear, but we got the
Yeah,
idea.
it's a giant vulture.
It actually looks really good on Twitch, honestly.
Does it? Good. And then let me pull up what the bosun looked like. If I could, he's
Very
dead.
nice.
We killed him. He's right here. Because he looked pretty cool.
You know?
I gotta admit.
With our DM's
What is
artistic
what is
skills,
that thing in the middle? Is that a
it
well?
easily could be a well or a tree or a well tree.
This was the bosun
So-
with a 38 AC. So he looks kind of cool.
You see,
People on Twitch want to know what this is.
Oh.
this is the well. So you guys are in the middle of the well here. You can kind of basically, and so you see on top of each roof with each vulture are 2 of these crooks or gator folk or crocodile folk with these strange-looking crossbow contraptions. They're holding them. They have a compartment where they seem to be carrying a lot of different bolts, all in one chamber, and they are. Wait, you already had that. And then out from the corners of these alleys come 2 more, and they are swinging a chain with a spiked ball at the end. There's the other caribou one. There's your 4 rich. And they.
These
These
guys
are
are
so
great.
cute.
Yeah, they're cute. I don't know
I
if
like
these
their
guys.
fat little jowls.
They're just like Cremmy's cousins.
Time to
It's
end
like
them.
Jack if he was an alligator.
Yeah.
Aw.
Come on. Come on.
If he was a jackagator.
A jackagator. His
And
jackagator.
with that,
Exactly.
once again, everyone roll for initiative.
Hooray.
He's got like a little vest.
They've seen
So
enough
more
of it.
action.
Shit. Where was he?
Well-
Mike, he was over here.
Hell yeah! I just went
I
ham.
What?
think
Mike,
so.
was he over here?
No, he was on the other side. There's one on either
Yeah,
side.
one on the
I
other side. They're
won't
coming
believe
from
it.
either alley.
Oh, natural 20 pickle ring!
Actually,
Hey!
finally. Don't worry, I'll still roll nothing on the rest of all of my rolls.
So we'll figure out initiative here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys. So just to preface, we've had like no combat. This is a combat-heavy session. We've had like no combat for the past 8 years. So we're just kind of, it's a return to form.
We're enjoying it
Yeah.
while we have the opportunity.
And I mean, I figure like if they're gonna be vicious pirates, they might as well. They might as well actually fucking fuck you guys up. I am missing. Oh no, sorry guys. This is just. This is not. I'm not finding my card.
Mutiny! Kill the DM!
Kill the DM. Kill the DM. Where's my other card?
I don't know why I did like a southern thing.
I've been
That was
so
weird.
It's
busy.
not my DM, it's my DMing.
I've been so busy respecting women that I've lost my other cards. I just.
I love woman.
Always respect women.
I have the stuff for the chain swinger. I do not have it for the.
Can I look it
Make
up
it
for
up.
you?
The bolt slinger.
Can I,
Sorry.
Make
can I
it
pull
up.
up a book for you?
No.
Might be a homebrew thing.
Oh, found it. I'm just really dumb, you guys. Sorry, guys. This is the really fun stuff. Watching me fumble with my note cards. This is what you come in for. This is all you're getting. This is it.
That's all we've done for 2 years.
So, we have. Let me get my notes. So everyone has their initiative ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yep.
You guys have been ready. I
Yeah.
haven't been.
No, we have not been ready. Don't feel any pressure.
No.
We are not holding.
I've been trying to figure out what this number says.
Alternatively,
We're
we're all.
holding you up. You're not holding us
What
up.
does that say? I
Alternatively,
can't-
we're all
I can't
entirely
read it.
ready.
It's an
and
11.
You're just.
Oh, okay, thank you. See, I just got ready just now. Wait, what's 11 plus 3?
14.
I don't know. I think you should recount it.
natural 20!
Pickle ring!
Pickle ring!
Okay, 20 to 25.
21.
Me.
What are you?
I rolled a 19, which is a 24.
Wow.
Daniel has straight
I
out
rolled a
25.
20, which is a 25.
Oh, Oh.
25, 24, and
Get
21.
shit on, Vandris.
Pickle Rick!
Well,
Unbelievable.
as good as that is, Ganji,
Of course.
Yeah, Ganji, sit down and wait.
he's not third. He's
He's
fourth.
fourth. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 20, and I still can't.
Okay,
Yeah,
Rodok
that's
and Sylvie, what y'all get?
14.
9.
Who did?
What happened to Looney?
This is heightism, I think. The dwarf and the gnome at the end.
Oh, I mean, if you need to tell me if who's in combat or is on your
No,
person.
I meant the mini.
Oh,
She's behind the cover
Oh,
guy.
eh?
Yeah, but she's still with me.
Okay, there she
sorry,
is.
She's not
Dan. We're just
doing
gonna, we're
it.
gonna rearrange
Doesn't
the
everyone like
Okay.
how Mikey was really trying to get us to short rest?
I wasn't trying. I was
It's a
asking.
tell.
Okay.
And
She has a pixie familiar, by the way. I don't think that's been mentioned yet, but
Nope, it hasn't.
this is the pixie familiar, if you're wondering.
Yeah, we're not gonna look at it up close
Yeah.
because I painted it. So.
Well, let me just.
Is mine still unfinished? Black broken?
So now
Yes.
I threw down like really rough base colors just so it showed up on screen, but it's super unfinished.
It does look better though.
Yeah, but it's better than it just being white. So, if you guys notice that the colors are supposed to kind of match our little icons there, just so that it's clear. And as I drop the broken minion.
Anyway.
Break the other
And
half
so-
of my bow off.
Just for clarity, because they're all crocodiles, giant vultures are obviously giant vultures. The ones on the ground with the chains, those are the chain swingers, and then we have the bolt slingers
At the top here.
at the top. Yeah,
So
basically.
these are volt slingers?
Bolt.
Oh, I'm
Bolts,
like, oh
crossbows.
god, they're electric. Dun, 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 dun,
It's like
dun,
Shocker from Spider-Man.
dun, dun, dun. It's electric.
That's the wrong song
Okay.
that you did there.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Anyway,
Let's
you're
get
up.
jiggy with it.
Your
by
first
Will. I had to point that out.
It's electric.
It's electric.
Whatever,
Okay.
it still works. Woo!
Anyway, sorry.
keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Ladies and
Annie.
gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Okay, time since our first initiative.
I'd say it's a little. It's past an hour.
Fair enough. I will. Suck it, Andy. I'm gonna reenact my hunter's mark.
Re-up.
Re-up.
Then where's the penalty?
Rebuff.
I waited.
What?
Okay, so I'm gonna reenact it on big guy number 2.
Let's try to get him better, like a more dramatic.
Chain gang number 2.
Like
Chain?
vulture or
Yeah, big vulture man.
Yeah, the
Okay,
vultures
number
are
2.
first. Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm just gonna. Oh, that was terrible again. 13 and a 15.
13, 15 for that vulture. For that vulture. They both hit.
Yay!
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Neat. Okay, so first damage is going to be 17.
17. Okay. Wow. So to number 1 or 2. Rishi?
To
Oh,
The big
two.
vulture.
It's 2.
17.
This one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
17. As it's perched, you kind of see it's getting ready to take off, but you fire an arrow. It lets out a squawk as it's getting ready to do that.
a vulture squad.
All right, and second damage is 8, 9, 10, and also 17.
Is this really happening? And you fire another one, it goes, "Brah!" And then it just takes 2 arrows immediately and tumbles forward onto the ground. Dead.
No way.
Is this a dream?
God, I wish that were me.
I'll be an archer one day.
Oh.
Okay, Vandris.
Alright, so again, how high are those buildings, and is there any way for me to hardcore park?
I would
or,
say it's probably, 25 feet.
no way for me to get up there.
You could probably try to make you could probably try to find a way to acrobatics up there.
Great.
I'd let
that's-
you do an
that's-
acrobatics.
That's all I needed to hear. So in that case, I'm going to run away, use this potion, and channel my poison blade.
Okay.
In which direction would you like to run away?
As far as I can possibly get in the darkest, deepest corner on the fucking map.
God.
I
know it's coming.
What do you think,
Direct
DM?
back- Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Just go directly backwards.
So like here, against the wall?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
In the corner.
I'd like to use a potion, and then I'd like to use my action to channel the Venom Spine ability.
Okay. You use your bonus action to grab a potion from your belt. You chug it. You feel whatever you roll that much better.
Hey, do you know what those potions are worth?
2d. You mean money wise, or like it's 2d4 plus 2?
Like as in health wise.
Well, actually,
it's
they're
not
50 gold.
You channel the magic of the blade, and it coats with this the thick black toxin.
It's a dice amount. What is it?
2d4 plus 2.
Got it. Okay. Oh, hold up. Oh, not bad. I healed for 11 points, so I'm up to 18.
Okay.
And then I pass my turn.
Okay. With that, it is Monsters 1's turn, and those are the chain swingers. So they move in swinging. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier, and they're swinging these heavy spiked balls on these chains, and they are going to do.
That's 1 and 2.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, they all have numbers, but.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And just really quickly, someone asked, "Do we have a Discord?" We could make one.
We could
Well,
make
Andy
one.
literally just said that.
Oh.
Like I
He's
said,
got
we've
us.
discussed it. We had discussed it. We're probably going to make one. I think that's one of those things that we've definitely decided is a good thing, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we're just lazy.
Yeah, so maybe just at the end of this, maybe we'll just stay on and make the
Yeah.
Discord so we can invite anybody that wants to that's tuned in.
I actually don't hate that idea because I'd like to prolong going to work tomorrow as long as possible.
Okay.
And so you see, as they get closer, they're swinging these. Both of them seem to have cut off their hands, and they have a hook, a rusty hook fastened where their hand would be.
Hey, Roadhog.
So
And
they cut their own hands off?
or they don't have hands, then they're both
Mike, you
swinging.
need to find Jesus.
Never gonna happen.
You know something better than
That ship has
that?
sailed a long time ago. Magical realm. So he is the first one is going to. Could you move him 2 spaces closer to Rodak?
Which one?
The one number 1.
1.
Oh, duh. 2.
And he's going to swing his spiked ball around
Yeah, that's
and baboing.
Oh.
Oh, and he is going to miss, and he is then going to run at you with his hook and just make a melee attack.
So just run up to me?
Yeah.
What was I here? Yeah.
Let's go. Man.
So True Strike goes, can't just ask someone why they don't have hands.
Inappropriate.
And that's going to hit, and he's going to come in with his claw and hooks around your axe and make a strength saving throw.
I got you,
Anybody
fam.
can do it.
Yeah, right.
Natty 20.
Like some muscle.
Natty 20 Pickle Rick, plus 8
Oh!
is 28.
Pickle Rick!
Beat that! Crook fucker.
And he hooks you, and he's trying to struggle, and you manage to elbow him away. He
Can I
stumbles
disarm
back a little
him?
bit.
You would have to literally cut off his arm because it's a hook.
Well, I want to rip it out of the... Anyway.
And with that, the other one's going to walk up to Sylvie. Could you move him like two spaces closest? Yep,
To Lumi or Sylvie?
Sylvie.
Okay.
I mean, Lumi's in the air.
Can we just
so.
can we move Lumi off him? Like,
But
yeah.
I like seeing her.
Okay, put her somewhere
Put
else.
her on the fountain.
I'll put her over here.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Just so we can have some spatial things.
Yeah.
He's going to swing in his spiked ball. And give 13.
No.
Oh, it does hit.
No,
Or-
it doesn't. I'm 15. You have my old AC.
Oh, fuck. Okay. God damn, I was excited for a second. And he's going to come in with his hook and get a natural 20. As he hooks into Sylvie. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is going to be great, I bet. 6 points of piercing damage from the hook.
Why even crit at that point?
As he goes
Are you
in.
gonna help?
With that, and then Monsters 2, that is going to be our bolt slingers, and they are going to they're all kneeling and they're all firing into the group, and so that is going to be they're each going to fire 2 crossbow bolts at their target. So we have one
Could be anybody.
at shooting everyone but Avantris.
Rude.
The one on Rodek, 1 is going to hit. That is going
The
to
monsters know it's not worth attacking me. I'll just dodge.
That's going to be 11 points of piercing damage
Damn.
to Rodek.
To me?
Yep. 2 on Sylvie.
Minus 3 is 8.
And with a 1 and a 2, they both go right into the fountain. They just coast over the gnome's head. They would have hit if she was medium-sized, but 2
she's
annular.
not.
And a natty 20 and a miss. So that is going to be on
Another
annular.
natty 20?
Another natty 20. Dice of rolling. I recommend it. They don't pay me at all. I'm not a shill, which is fun.
This episode is sponsored by Dice of Rolling.
Loot Crate and Marvel Puzzle
Puzzle
Quest.
Quest.
You can play Thor and the Incredible Hulk from Thor Ragnarok.
Mikey, you're one of a kind. Let me tell you.
12 points of piercing damage to Annulin as a well-aimed crossbow bolt gets you in your abdomen, and it hurts like shit.
I'm gonna have to use a calculator for that.
Well, okay, and then the last one is going to level aim at Ganji.
Oh, calculator.
Critical fail. Don't get dice of rolling. I take it back.
This
And
episode
both
is
miss.
not sponsored
Both
by Dice of
you as you kind of see the rest of your party taking damage, you just raise your shield and just take both. With that, it's Ganji's turn.
Wow, I finally get to move with my natural 20 on the initiative roll. Okay. So it sounds like we need to fucking kill these snipers. So I'm going to try to, and probably fail, to Sacred Flame number 2. So that's a dex saving throw of 14.
I'll make it as I finish my...
Yeah, you will.
Oh.
A 14? Yeah, I made it. Fuck.
Okay.
Wait, which guy is that? I need to know.
Number 2. The sniper.
Hold on, that actually might not be it. No, it's a 16. Got a 16.
Okay.
What a time to be alive.
So for my bonus action, I am going to rank up Mass Healing Word and heal everyone because fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's like 3 health.
Better
Could
than
it
nothing.
be I'm not letting the cleric go Nova?
What?
What does that mean?
He's doing a bunch of encounters at once, so I can't just burn all of my spells.
Ah.
So
You know,
that's okay.
we've had a lot of sessions where we only have like one fight in a day.
So
And just
everyone,
Gandy goes Nova.
yeah, everyone gets 7 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate your DMing, Mike.
Thanks. I'm just trying to fuck all of you guys. You know how it is.
Yeah, well. it
Dare
would
you
be
enter my
if you
magical
weren't.
realm?
Don't worry, I'm keeping a Spirit Guardians in reserve.
Okay, that's good.
TPK? Incoming? Me.
It's Roddy King.
I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay right there because there's a guy in my face, and I'm just gonna attack him twice.
No, you're not.
No.
You're really not, my
A
dude.
3 and a 2. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make both of those precision attacks.
Yeah, but fuck it.
That one. Oh, there we go. So 2, 10, 18,
An 18.
and 18.
To whom? Okay. And it hit?
Number 1.
I don't know.
Oh,
Did it
18
hit?
does hit, yes.
Yes. Okay. I will roll twice.
We say.
Nice.
Double 11.
Wow.
Not too bad. So 22, 32 damage.
To number 2, change swing.
Number 1.
Jeez.
22 damage.
32
32.
damage.
Oh my god. So after he fails to disarm you, you elbow him out of the way and swing your axe, cleaving into his side. He lets out a groan, and I was dead on.
It was good.
And he did a hefty sum of damage there. Sylvie, you are up.
Me. I am going to turn towards sniper guy number 1.
Okay.
I'm going to put my hex on him, and I did roll to make sure I get my concentration after those hits.
Channel
and
the
I did.
Fae, the power of the Fae.
And I'm
Lady
going to
Titania.
attempt to attack
Queen
him.
Titania.
I am assuming this is going to hit. So it's my lowest roll is a 20, and then the other one is higher.
He
than
has
20.
double plate armor. No, just kidding.
God.
That's a hit.
He's wearing 2 sets of
hold on.
armor, right?
What was it? What were both
Technically,
rolls?
a 20 doesn't hit.
What were
me.
both rolls?
It was my lowest for hit was 20.
Okay, no, you're fine.
Yeah. Technically, a 20
But
doesn't
I
hit.
rolled like butthole for
They
damage.
don't have any mods.
So 8,
Dude, this- 40 AC. I like it, Sir Grabs.
22.
22 to number 1.
Yeah.
You, as it fires and you just the rain of bolts go in, you turn and you see both of them aiming at you, and you cast your Eldritch Blast. Although he's kind of covered behind the building, both go up and they flank him, and after both hit in a puff of pink smoke, he collapses off the building.
Thank God.
Dead.
Woo!
You will not hit me again, Birdman.
And then
an
the
alligator.
giant
It's a
vulture.
crocodile.
The giant vulture is going to stick his neck out and spit a coconut at Rodak. Just kidding.
Honestly, you had me. You had me convinced that these were full-on
I was
Necky's
there.
revenge.
I was with it. I was immersed. I had full,
Sorry.
suspension.
Too
of
much. I've
disbelief.
done way too much trolling this episode. I'm sorry, guys. It's normally not like this.
That's a lie.
He's going to fly down and just go after Rodak.
What would the coconut sound like if you were to throw a coconut? That's what I expected.
Dead on. You need a guy for Donkey Kong sounds. I got Donkey Kong sounds. The vulture is.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to go in. Whoops. And make attack with his beak and attack with his talons, and a natty 20 on the beak.
Okay,
How
guys.
many of those tonight?
How many times have I been crit? This is the 5th
That's
time.
like 6.
Fifth
That's
or
the
sixth time probably.
Yeah.
I'm glad-
It's actually unbelievable, and the point that everybody on Twitch thinks you're cheating.
Yeah, Dice of Rolling, great
8
purchase.
points of piercing damage. Oh wait, no, hold on. Never mind. Not 8 points. 8 plus 4. 12 points of piercing damage. And then we are going to get 18 to hit. What's your AC?
18.
Okay. And so the talons go in and rake you for 10 points of slashing damage. The talons
24 minus 7.
go out. So actually,
17.
that's fine. So both of those hit, and I think the other one's dead. So
Yep.
top of the round, Annie.
Annie or
Annulin.
Andy? Oh, Annie.
Annulin, sorry.
Annie.
Misa.
She's pretty young. We try not to sexualize her.
Don't lose the elven lolly.
Yeah. Ravioli.
Alrighty. I'm going to transfer Hexton number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
This guy?
Don't touch my spaghetti.
Which
Don't tempt it.
which is it? Are you talking about the one that shoots the arrows, or the one that's trying to bite my legs off?
Probably the arrow one.
The arrows, right?
Yeah, I was talking about the one in front of me.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You're firing over
Please
Sylvie.
target.
There's no way a dwarf's gonna get up there, so that's
27 to hit?
27 to hit. That does hit. It's on
Damage?
the bolt slinger, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Is it damaged or no?
No. The one who was damaged was killed instantly. So.
Oh, yeah. That is 17 damage.
To number 1.
Number 2.
No,
Number 2.
2.
Okay.
One's
Who's
dead.
the one that's dead? One's
One.
dead.
One's dead.
Cool. I need to cross out my numbers more. 17. Let me just check here. So your arrow flies. It gets him in the chest. He spits up blood, and he looks like he's barely holding on.
Sylvie,
Oh,
presentations away.
I think I know what that means.
Annie has one more attack, right? Yes.
And he lands one more attack, doesn't she?
Oh, son
Yeah.
of a gun. God, son of a...
Do you want me to
Finish him.
attack the other one so you can
No, don't do that. Don't be
Yeah,
a
I
leader.
wasn't gonna. I was just teasing you with it. Second attack on
You almost had it.
29!
I think
Almost
that hits.
That might. I don't know. He's gonna have to check.
Oh, hold on. Let me check my note card.
It just misses.
It
Did
hits.
it?
It hits. Roll damage.
That is 12 and 7 is 18.
To number 8, the next one
Yeah.
goes right through his skull, and he collapses off the building as well.
Great.
He does a Wilhelm scream. Ah! Okay, Vandris.
Yes, it's finally my turn. I'm so glad I get to waste my one poison blade a day on that stupid giant motherfucker next to Rodek. I am going to charge all that I can. Nope, stop. Not around to take.
Yeah.
Well, that works. No, that
Do you
works.
want
As long as I don't
Vulture?
take opportunity attacks. I want to stab that guy in the face.
Yeah, but you wouldn't because you're not.
Vulture or
Right.
chain gang?
As long as I don't take opportunity attacks, I don't care.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so I guess I have to land an attack.
You have to land an
first,
attack,
so I
yep.
will attempt to do so. Hey yo, that'll be a 25.
That'll hit.
Then you get to make a DC 15 save.
Okay. What
If
save?
you
Con?
don't, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
Con?
poison.
Fail.
Yeah, it's poison, so it's con. If you don't, you take 2d10 damage and become poisoned.
So just roll all the damage, the poison, and the blade damage.
Oh boy, that'll be 46, 1d8. Oh, you said some 10s? Oh, I'll get some 10s. Give me a second here.
Oh,
Gotta find
I've
the
got
10s.
some 10s.
Oh! Close call. Close call.
That'll be 10, 13, 18, 19, 24, 26, 32, 32.
You run up and your blade slides in like a meat thermometer into a chicken cutlet.
Or a wine bottle.
You can see the black venom. It's almost like Venom from my favorite Spider-Man film. And go into the vulture starts writhing, pukes up this hideous bile, stumbles forward and collapses down onto the ground as it is completely obliterated.
5 monsters, 3.
Sorry.
And then I'll rest for the turn.
Enjoy. Monster 1 was our friends, the
Chain gang.
The chain gang. So one is it's going to swing its chain around and hit Rodek. It's gonna hit, and it's going to deal 8 points of piercing damage as the spike ball pierces into you, and it's going to turn around and attempt to hook Venom's spine for Avantris. And it's going to miss. The other one is going to just do a double attack on... It's going to swing its chain around above Sylvie to try to clock Annulin in the head. And get a natural 20.
That's number 7.
Dice of rolling.
I'm fragile.
I do declare. Is that Angel's new voice?
I'm a southern belle.
9 points of piercing damage. So as long as the damage die bullshit, then you guys are fine. 9 points.
What did you say, 9?
9.
To who?
To Annie, and then it's going to come around to Sylvie with the hook, and that is going to hit and do whopping. 7 points of piercing damage as the hook comes in and rakes your flesh. And that's it for Monsters 1. Monsters 2, I believe we're at the point where one is going to double tap Vanipu. And both are going to hit.
Wait, me?
Yep.
I'm going to use one of those to uncanny dodge.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I should have been doing that.
That's fine. Whichever you prefer. It would have been the first one, honestly.
Okay, the first one. 15 points of piercing damage on the first.
Shit.
Okay, so that'll be 7 total points.
Yep.
So I'm coughing up blood again.
And then the next one is 10 points of piercing damage.
Then you're unconscious.
No. As that mofo hits me in the face, Avantris takes a step back. He staggers. And then he gets back on his feet. Looks at him, he says, I can do this all goddamn day.
And
I'm at
fall
1
down.
point. I'm at 1 health point.
So it is barely hanging on. The other surviving member here is going to turn his crossbow towards Annulin, who just took out his companion on the roof there. Critically fails, so you got that. And then the other one's going to hit, though. That's going to be a...
Do you remember what you healed us for?
7.
What was the maximum amount you could heal us for?
11.
Shit.
Yeah, so I need to add that. 4.
Oh, great. That's going to be 9 points of piercing damage. And that's their turn. Yeah. So Ganji's turn.
Is everyone still conscious?
Yeah.
Barely.
Alright, well,
Wait, who would have felt last 9 points, Garcho?
you. Are you unconscious?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. That's how this works.
Yeah, I'm still conscious.
Okay.
Ish. I'm conscious-ish. Conscious-ish.
Conscious.
But everyone's pretty wounded.
Conscious.
So I doubt an extra
Sean
one.
Connery conscious.
Shansha.
I doubt an extra 1d4 plus 3 is gonna keep everyone else up.
I think we should end the fight and
Yeah.
and rest.
I'm gonna move up to get in between, like here. But then the crossbow guys are the worst, so I'm gonna try to Sacred Flame them before. So it makes another dex saving throw. Sniper 4.
Okay.
DC 14.
It's going to pass.
Of course it is. One of these days
What
I
was
will.
it?
What?
What was it's Dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Rhoda.
I'm just going to stand right there, and I will swing and hopefully finish off this guy. 20.
Okay. Hits.
11.
11 points of damage. Number what? Sorry.
Number 1. Chain Gangnam.
11 points of damage for you. Okay. You bring your axe in and hack into him. He's hanging on. He's bloody, but he's definitely.
Oh, so he's not the guy that was barely holding on to.
Neither one of them was barely holding on. What was
Okay.
the what you call it, guys?
One of the sniper guys
One of the
that
sniper
ended and
guys.
then finished off with their
Yeah.
second shot.
Okay. I will attack again.
Unless they blacked out. Possible.
8, 9, 10, 11,
No.
12, 13, 14.
14 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Misses.
Rats. And you know what? I'm gonna do an action surge because fuck it. I'm gonna attack twice again.
Okay.
So first one's gonna be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21 to hit. That hits.
I'm going to make it a trip attack.
Okay.
Might as well. So strength save,
Okay.
DC 16.
Fail.
He's knocked prone.
Okay. He's not prone. What's the
Should have done
damage?
that first. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage.
You hack into him with such force that he's knocked down. He's bleeding very profusely.
And
He
I will
looks like he's very
attack
weak.
again with advantage. Thank God. 21.
Hits.
And also normal attack. And
Lord willing.
max
Max
damage. 17 damage.
Your axe comes down at his neck,
Finally.
beheading him, sending it flying into the square.
I'll show you.
What are those dudes on the rooftops?
Those are the snipers.
The crossbow guys.
Good God.
Are either one of those damaged? Or are they both at full health?
They're both at full.
Okay. I'm going to move my hex over to number 4 actually.
Okay.
After.
And that's you do, what stat?
Okay. I'm good. It's gonna be the same thing with them.
Was
Per usual. And I'm going to attack them.
that's gonna hit.
17 will. The other one won't.
Okay.
Gotta get my critty dice. 7.
7 points of damage to number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one breaks through the window, shattering glass inside of it, and then the next one hits, but it only kind of gets the side of it. And it's wearing actually surprisingly heavy armor for being a ranged attacker. Annually.
Okay. I am going to... Is my mark still on... Was the only guy up on the roof, or was that somebody else? I forget now.
I thought it was the big guy.
I thought it was a little guy, but I don't remember which one.
It was this guy, I think.
That guy. Okay, so I'm going to transfer it to the dude on the roof.
4.
I'll come up top. Make an attack that doesn't fall off the table. 26.
26. Okay. That hits.
And is he damaged?
Yes.
14.
14. Okay. 14 points of damage to number 4, right?
Yeah.
Your arrow gets into his side. He hunches forward a little bit. Actually, is he dead? He is dead.
Yes.
He fumbles forward a little bit, so much so.
Victories.
Okay, just crit the other guy and we're good.
Yeah, I'm about to fucking bum rush this guy.
Can I...
Yeah, you have another.
Do I have
attack.
line of sight for the other dude that's next to Sylvie?
You
Or
can move.
Yeah. No, you haven't.
Okay.
She's known. She's
I
like
still have to
yay
move
tall.
between and shop.
You're like standing here, and like she's down there. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my other attack on that one. 16.
16. To the melee guy.
Yeah.
That hits. That hits.
Oh.
He's undamaged.
Oh, that's okay. Ooh, that's bad. 9.
9 damage to number 2, right?
Yep.
Yep. So it's the first time he's damaged. Arrow flings into him, goes into his shoulder, and it's at this point you hear
No.
Look up.
perception.
20 something.
You see. It's looking like it's going to be here.
Okay, so I shout a warning.
So like in my general.
So basically, Annulin and Sylvia
Yeah.
are currently in the blast radius.
I shout a warning to them.
Can I run with the rest of my speed?
You can. Unless
I
your turn's
choose
over
to
right
do
now.
Your turn. It's after your turn. I told you that. Sorry.
So, AK, you're screwed.
Heavy eye roll.
You'll have
You
next
have 6 seconds. 6 full seconds. You'll have the opportunity to run.
She's fine.
It'll drop
Okay.
at
I
the,
don't know what that means. What does that mean?
It'll
It'll
drop
have a
it-
full round.
yeah, it'll drop at the end of your next turn. So you have another turn to move out.
I thought a round was 60 seconds.
No.
6.
Yeah, not
10 rounds is
technically.
a full minute.
Not
Okay, that's
technically, but like just for mechanically, we say 6 seconds.
My turn.
Avantris.
I would like to do the play that I joked about when I started and acrobat up the building and murder that mofo on top.
Make an acrobatics check.
I'd be happy to. Oh, that's bad. I may have fallen and died. Hold up. Oh, I fucked up. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. I rolled a 3. My acrobatics is like an 8, so like an 11.
You start leaping off of different parts of the building, grabbing on, but right as you almost get to the top, your hand slips, and you do not take any damage, but you do fall on your feet, and you are not able to get up.
Shucks.
And that is spending how much movement?
He's on his feet.
Yeah, probably.
All of it?
Yeah, all your movement.
Not able to
I mean,
get
I
up
was gonna
to the
move
building.
and then use my bonus action
I
to
thought he
like
meant not even
quote
to
unquote
get
dash up the building. So
I would say the action would be
pass
the
the turn.
acrobatics check.
I'm sorry.
The action was the acrobatic check to get up, is what I would say.
But plus my movement, right? So
Yeah.
I basically, I'm saying I spent everything.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Monsters 1 is Chain Joe. And so he's seen Anglin kill everyone. He's going to go again and try to crack her in the head. And that's going to hit. And then it's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. And then he's going to come in with his hook on Sylvie. Oops, I need to actually roll. And that's going to hit, and that does 6 points of piercing damage on Sylvie. And then Monsters 2, is anyone left? With seeing Vandish try to get up, he's going to lean forward and fire both of his bolts at Vandris.
Oh, God.
Solenia.
Critically fail on one, but
Solenia.
7 points of piercing damage as a bolt fires down.
So Vandris sees the shot, and he thinks, just another time. As it pierces his chest, he coughs up blood and falls to the ground lifeless. Well, that's it.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
So I
Angie.
roll my eyes and sigh and say, "Not again," and then heal your ass. 4.
That'll only bring me to 1 hit point, though, right?
No.
No, it gives you 5 health points of health. You get
Bare
5 HP.
You're at 5.
So Vandra sits up, gasping for air. Jesus, what just happened?
Oh god! And then for my actual action, I'm just gonna fucking auto this guy.
Right click. Right click too strong.
20 something.
It hits. 20 something hits. I'll give you that.
I actually do some damage. Only 6 damage, but you know. It's
To number
something.
what?
To number 2. Chain gang number 2.
Number 2. Your Warhammer comes in. Once again, he's only been lightly damaged, but you're starting to whittle away. His scales are flying off. He's bruised a little bit from your Warhammer. A lot of it. Rhoda.
So this is just a fountain? Is it like a deep fountain, or could I just stand in it?
Oh, it's a well. Sorry.
Oh, it's a well? Okay.
Yeah, he said well.
Oh, you
Yeah,
said
did I-
well.
yeah.
Just walk
Yeah, it's a
around
tree
it.
well.
Yeah, thanks.
One,
well tree.
two.
It's a well tree. My
So
favorite.
I'm gonna go here.
My favorite plant.
I would like to attack him. 8 plus 8 is 16.
Hits.
I would like to make it a pushing attack.
Okay.
Push him into the well. Do you have to yell "This is Sparta" first, or does that mean too old?
Is that number 2 or 1? There's one dead.
Number 2.
Number 2. One is
One's
dead.
dead.
Can't re-roll that. Still a 1. 9, 10,
What was that one? Like,
11, 12,
thing,
13,
300
14,
where it says, like, this is-
15 damage, and I push him 15 feet away from me.
Into the well.
So-
Which would be, hopefully...
I would say he gets a strength saving throw, but hitting
Oh,
against the.
hold on, he does actually. He does. He has a strength save. Sorry,
But
What's the strength? Oh, what's the? Okay.
I forgot. He has to do strength save.
13.
Fails.
So he just moves however far.
So I push him 15 feet away
Can you
from me.
please say, brush your teeth, as you do it?
He is a crocodile. He has a lot of them.
So can I? Well, is it going to kind of go into the well? Is it going to go over it? Is it going to hit the wall of the well? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, God of the World.
I would say so. You manage to push him against the well. I'm gonna give him one more to see if he goes over. And how would you like to do this?
What meme do you want to say
brush
while
your
doing
teeth.
this?
If you don't
Why
do that.
brush your teeth?
Because there's that it was the Mach 300 YouTube video, and as he was kicking the guy into the well, instead of saying this is Sparta
That is a
or whatever, he
crocodile.
says brush your teeth. And
Okay,
he kicks him
fine.
and
I
it's
look
hilarious.
up. I look him square in the eye, and I say, "Brush your teeth." And I fucking kick him into the well.
You do a kick square in the chest. He swings his chain around. Swings his chain around the little crossbeam in the well, and you can see him fumbling and try to grab it, and slips out his hand, and you hear a loud and then
Splash.
Bye.
splash.
He's a gator, though. He can probably swim. or
Yeah, he's
something.
really just swimming in there
Is he
brushing
dead?
his teeth. Guess we'll never know.
You don't have time to worry about it.
No.
No, we don't.
Oh, that's my first attack.
Throw your axe at him. Throw your axe at him.
I already used this. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna... 1, 2... I'm gonna, like, just go up next to this well. No, next to this house. And just stay there.
Okay.
Shelby.
Shelby.
I'm going to transfer my hex. I
Okay.
rolled. Yeah, transfer my hex.
This one's the undamaged one. Totally
Yeah,
undamaged.
that's fine. And I'm going to attempt again to do some damage. 17 and 20.
17 and 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they hit?
They both hit.
Okay, great. 21 damage.
21 damage.
Yeah.
How would you like to do this?
Yes!
Yeah.
Sylvie's going to, having just seen the guy die, she's going to go, brush your teeth! And she's going to cast Eldritch Blast
You
at him.
scream,
and
brush
kill
your
it.
teeth. Both he like lets out a and hits him teeth first, and bleaches them white, just bleaches them clean, and then like singes the flesh off of his skull, and he falls to the ground. And you have maybe a millisecond for both Sylvie and Annulin to move.
Okay, Sylvie's moving.
I am also moving.
As soon as you manage to dodge out of the way, the flaming orb crashes into that. It actually veers its course just a little bit from Gandy's prediction and goes straight into the well and crashes in the well. You're and it seems the well is a smoldering crater.
To Noble Garden.
No, hold on. We need to rest. We're going to die if we keep
Everyone
going.
is gonna die if we rest. We don't have 30 minutes to just
We
hang
can't
out.
save the whole world.
So time out. Out
I
of
can.
character. Legit. Nikki's right. And I feel the same way. We don't have 30 minutes to spare to sit on our asses and heal metagame. Like, Vantage is gonna be like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Can we try to move sneakily and not attract attention? Just like kind of.
Like, no couple back alleys.
But if we run in there without resting, and there's another, we run into more of these guys, or Orpheus.
No,
Well,
again, out of character. We're talking about this out of character. Because again, like, I'm trying to understand the game
out of
and
character.
the session of it. Because Vandris is going to be like, if I'm standing and I can walk, I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, that's my character.
Because Sylvie doesn't
We
have,
can't
like...
spare 30 minutes to sit and rest.
Yeah, Sylvie doesn't have a concept of how many points she has.
Well,
she just
right.
knows that she's...
You
Right.
still feel that you're like pretty close to death. Like
Right.
you're very wounded. So it's just for that
And
context.
I have like no strength left,
Do
right?
what I gotta do.
I'm out of strength and I'm out of wounds or whatever.
So my question would be, and this is again an out of question character to the group, the DM, how do we reconcile that?
Because I'm with
I
Because
don't know if the responsible of us, which I would say is Sanji and sometimes myself, we can heal you. We're not gonna let you run into danger like bleeding all over the fucking
But
floor.
I'm saying as a character, we don't have 30 minutes to spare. There is literal hellfire raining on the city.
And
Do you have no
honestly,
health potion?
No,
And
I used it. I used my.
it's not a bad thing to keep in mind either that we literally this area just got hit by a boulder, so we one way or another we have to get out of the target area.
I guess my point
So we
is that I'm
can't
not
stay
trying
here.
to. I'm not trying to like strong arm my way into saying let's go to high guard. I'm saying this is what my character wants to do. How do we reconcile that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not working from a I know how many hit points I have. I'm saying look, Vandris can stand. I gotta keep going.
So
I gotta
you
protect-
have
I
to
gotta
think
protect
to yourself.
James.
You have to think to yourself: would Vandris, if he's like on the verge of death, where like one more little dagger stab would kill him, would he still want to go?
He's a rational human being, so he wouldn't just lay down to die, right? So
Right.
he would say, "I gotta take a breather." But I
And
don't
given
know
the
if he could
scenario, I think that moving forward anywhere, moving from this spot without going in one of these buildings and not
It's
resting
irrational.
is irrationally suicide.
Right,
Personally,
and
think-
and Vandris would agree. If
That's
he's
the
bleeding
character.
out,
Can we, I'm switching a character. We will literally die if we leave this spot right now. I'm going inside. I'm going to sit down in a chair. I'm going to lay on the ground, and I'm going to rest. That's what I'm doing.
all right, Rodek.
Join me or not, I'm going.
Let's just find cover.
I break down the door. Can I break down the door?
Make a
Can we just knock on the door?
I don't even care who's this. I'm
Make-
open the
make-
door.
make-
Rodek's
make
gonna
a
kick
check.
the door in.
What's that?
man.
Make an
He
athletics
doesn't
check.
give a
It's a pretty
shit.
heavy door. You smash it. I shouldn't have had you roll.
Okay.
You smash it. It was locked. The door smashes
10.
open. It seems like it's vacated. Things have been turned over. A lot of stuff has been taken. You do see some blood on the ground. No corpses though, but you do see some blood. There seems to be a bit of. It's a very modest house. There is a bed and there's a couple of chairs and a table. But
I don't like this, but we have to take a short rest. Not in the sense of a metagame, just a short rest in that I need to catch my breath because I'm hurting.
okay.
The only out of character, the only thing I have problems with reconciling this with is if we're near death such that we can't continue going. It's weird to me that sitting down for half an hour makes a difference, you know. But that's just a really
That's just the way D&D is.
I know. It's not
Well,
actually a
again,
problem.
I'm not trying to complicate things. I'm
No, I know.
simply
So are
trying
you guys
to
gonna like hunker
understand
down,
it from an RP
try to be
perspective.
stealthy in there, try to
Yeah.
avoid?
Let's hunker
Everyone
down.
do a group stealth check.
Let's avoid. Somebody keep watch. Somebody keep
And
watch.
yeah.
Would you say that it's relatively unlit in this room?
I'd say. I mean, it's the sun would be coming in. There'd be a bit of a
Sun come out
sunlight
tomorrow.
coming in.
I guess I won't roll with advantage.
I got a 20.
15.
Hold up.
14.
I rolled an 8, but my stealth is plus 11, so I got a 19.
Okay. So you guys wait for about 30 minutes on the dot. You take a short rest. You complete it. You occasionally hear the running of footsteps, the chattering of the voices that you would guess would be these lockjaw crooks, the pirates that have attacked the city. You hear the occasional landing of the flaming spheres or orbs as that land near you. You hear the squawks of vultures, and you hear kind of strange, almost like buzzing. Almost sounds similar to what you heard in the Bear King, in the Bear King's lair.
Damn it, they have zingers.
No!
They have
But-
zingers. Is that what they're called? I forget.
So you hear buzzing as well, but you manage to stay undetected.
So a short rest is we can use as many hit die as we need.
Yep.
AKA, I'm going to use them all because I literally never use them, so I'm going to heal to full. Oh, actually, just kidding. I probably only have. Wait, how many do you heal on a full rest?
You get back half of them.
Half, yeah.
Half rounded up or down?
Down, right?
Down, I assume.
Yeah, I believe it's down.
All right, so I have 6 of 7 then, and I'm going to do all of them.
I'm rolling really poorly.
Just for we are at 3 hours and 46 minutes.
Yeah.
So Facebook will drop out.
I think we'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry it's so late, guys. This is good now. Okay. Let me know when you guys are all done.
I used
Okay.
everyone.
I'm done. I'm
Okay.
done. I used all my hit die, and I'm up to 46 of 52.
Okay. You kind of hear it starts to quiet down a little bit as you kind of wait. So you kind of hear those things that I said, but it starts to kind of quiet down a little bit once you wait
These
those
ones are
30
not water
minutes.
ones, right?
What?
These are just rubbing ones. They're not water
They
ones.
don't rub off.
Oh, it does for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Party?
So we move on.
Well, yeah, I'm ready to move on to Noble Garden.
I'm feeling much stronger.
Healed.
I think we should take a long rest.
That's getting pretty unreasonable.
So are you gonna do the whole thing where you're just normal pace, you stealthing, like you're trying to do stealth?
Let's try to rush as quick as we can without running into any more.
Here's what I would say. I would say that as Avantris, I know my way around the city. I would try to get us to Noble Garden the shortest and most stealthful path. If we have to go slower to get there stealthily, we would do it, but we would take the shortest, most unknown path.
Make a intelligence check with advantage, and then everybody make a stealth check. Another one.
I rolled an 18 and a 10, which equates to a 20.
20. Okay. You remember a very sneaky path to go.
I rolled a 3.
13.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. So you guys make your way through the city. You see, you're able to get out of Amerdock, meet the main road. You see people are still fleeing the city. The main gates are open and civilians are flooding out of it. Still, so, I mean, it's not flooding. This attack's been going on for a while. So you have some stragglers that are escaping. The closer you get into the city, you actually see more corpses of these lizard folk on the ground. You see batches of sea eagles, seemingly healthy, maybe a little bit tired, with bloody weapons, going and charging into the city. So it seems a little bit more even now that they've kind of gotten closer to the city. As you're making your way, you do realize that there was, as you basically get to the ramp that goes to Noble Garden, that there's a you barely avoid a group of these crooks, and you see one that's even bigger than the one that you saw by a little bit, holding a massive club. You see, and then you see similar kind of looking smaller ones, less deranged and warped, but with vials and vials of strange purple liquid. And with them, buzzing above each of them are giant hornet-looking creatures that seem to be following them around. And you manage to narrowly dodge a group like this and make your way up to Noble Garden. Here, the picture is definitely more bleak. The fog is still very heavy. You're able to see, once you kind of get off past the gate, there's that vista that looks over to the sea, and you see sea eagle ships engaged with these beat up looking pirate ships of all sorts of varieties and styles that look like they've just been shanghaied and to create a fleet. The fog is still very thick, but it's starting to disperse a little bit. And so you're able to see a little bit of this. As you make your way into Noble Garden, you see the direction of the Egg of Eternity is smoking very, very thoroughly, very heavily. You're winding your way through Noble Garden. There are a lot of dead sea eagles, and you hear up ahead, what seems to be in a garden, you hear a loud thud and some struggling. And you see another huge crocodile-looking creature. This one is an aqua blue, bulging muscles, holding a bloody harpoon on which is a corpse of a sea eagle. And over his shoulder is a squirming human, a young-looking human that you recognize to be Reeve Brachma.
No!
And that's where we'll end the session.
No!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we went a little late tonight. But
he's alive.
He's alive. He's alive. He's squirming.
For now.
So, with that, that concludes episode 9, 8, whatever this is, of Avantris. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, Facebook and Twitch. If you've watched us on Twitch, please like our Facebook page. It's in the doobly-doo up there. This way. Yeah, there we go. It's in the doobly-doo. If you're watching on Facebook, please like our Twitch. We're going to be streaming on both. We really love talking to you guys.
People on Twitch, or at least True Striker Face, wants to know who Reeve Brachma is.
Yeah, why don't you
Oh, sorry guys. So Reeve Brachma, for those of us that are joining, is there are 7 silver serpents that rule the city. He is the youngest by far. He's a shorter, meek human boy who became a serpent due to the untimely death of both of his parents. So he was thrusted this responsibility, and although he wields a lot of power, he seems to be a lot more meek and reserved. He doesn't really let it go to his head, and he seems to defer to another one of the silver serpents, Alphonse LeBlanc, who is a grand alchemist who seems to be the leader of these silver serpents. And
also the daytime Dracula.
If you're willing to go back and watch some of the other sessions that we've done, you can get a lot of this backstory that you may not have if you just joined us tonight. But needless to say, again, I just want to throw out there that Twitch chat was awesome. Had an absolutely lovely time moderating. It was awesome. Take the time to go back and watch some of the other videos if you can. It's worth it, especially if you like the lore. Our DM Mikey is the man. His lore is airtight. It's been awesome. I've loved playing it. You guys will love watching it. Take the time to go back and watch some of the episodes, and we will do our best not to, miss an episode going forward, and really try to stream on a regular schedule. And we want to be here for you guys, and we're glad that you're here for us. And if you're having a good time, then we're having a good time. And that's all I got to say about that.
And
we are on Facebook too, so if you have questions or you want to ask us stuff, go on there and ask us questions. We're happy. We're here all the time.
Rodek linked the Discord channel. I'm assuming that's our new Discord channel.
Yes, so I just I had a spare one and I'm repurposing it. I renamed it Legends of Avantris. So that is so click there, join that, and we'll make that the Legends of Avantris Discord channel.
Yeah, great.
I'm gonna throw out there right now that I'm working 12 to 14 hour days this week and the last week. But as time frees up, we'll hang out in the Discord. If you want to come by. With us only having so many followers, it might be a little quiet just to start. But if you want to come hang out, we'll try to be in there.
And League of Legends.
Yeah, and if you do want to like us on Facebook too, we'll post on there. So if you just want to get a notification that we posted. We'll probably be posting a lot of information that way as well.
Facebook's probably the best place to get our if we're gonna stream. We haven't talked about it this weekend, but I'd be down to stream this weekend. If we do a random spur of the moment Saturday stream, Facebook would be the place to find out if we're doing that or not. So otherwise, Wednesdays are our normal days.
So probably next Wednesday we'll discuss. We'll update on Facebook if there's any changes. And feel free to send us a message on Facebook. We'll answer any questions you guys have. So with that. We'll see you next time. If we don't stream on Saturday, then we'll be back with Call of the Feywild on Monday, and then Legends of Avantris on Wednesday. So
thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
It's been a pleasure.